Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the next standard. As usual, we are going to follow our 5-step approach. First, why do we have this standard, followed by the structure and all of that. Let me start off with an example and then I will introduce the standard name for everybody. Let's say we have two entrepreneurs who want to start business. We will take, for example, Shiva and my name I don't want to. Sorry? Kaushab. Okay. Shiva and Kaushab, two entrepreneurs who want to get into business. Okay. What are they going to build? They are going to build smart shoes. Okay, not smart watch, smart shoes. What it will do? You walk automatically. Smart shoes, it will count exact steps. Other watch anyway is doing, ring is doing no smart ring. Let's say if you are not standing properly, not sitting properly, it will help in posture correction so you don't get some back pain. Or if you are going to trip and fall, it will get some extra side blade and save you. So those kind of things help you run faster. So it has the extra jumping ability, all of those things, you can run faster, all of them. In fact, there are some shoes which can help you run faster. Nike has some set of shoes where you will get better speed. Those shoes are banned in Olympics. Okay, you just go read about it. What is it? Spring shoes, some kind of shoes you can't use in Olympics. So this is more advanced smart shoes. Okay, fine. So both of them wanted to start the hub. Shiva wanted to start in Chennai, the factory, and Kaushab wanted to start in Bangalore. Okay, so Shiva is going to start in Chennai. Okay, Kaushab wanted to do it in Bangalore, but this is going to be a lot of investment. They both were ready for it. We will take loan and somehow invest. Suddenly, let's say the Mizoram government told, you come and keep the factory in our place, in my country, or in, sorry, my state. Okay, you keep it in my location. I will give you a lot of benefits over there. Why they are giving benefits? To promote more business over there. So Kaushab is like, yes, I am much more happier. Mizoram is a more beautiful place, living with the nature. Instead of the pollution in Bangalore and traffic in Bangalore, I will go to Mizoram, live in a nice, from my balcony I can see mountains, good climate, I will construct over there. Yes, logistically little difficult, but it's fine. Mizoram government told, don't worry, for this I will give you some benefits. 1 year got over, both of them made smart shoes and sold online. Let's look at their financial statements roughly. For Shiva, revenue was 300, purchases 100, just rough numbers guys. Okay, let's say all his expenses came down to 150, his net profit is how much guys? 50. Okay, rough number, net profit is 50. For Kaushab, revenue was only 270, purchase was 150 because more cost, okay, a lot of travel. Then expense was, let's say 100. What is his net profit? 20. Net profit is 20. Is this clear till here guys? But the Mizoram government told, Kaushab, thank you, you are setting up manufacturing unit here. We will give you a benefit. They gave him, let's say 50 extra, 50 lakhs or crores or whatever, you imagine whatever guys. So what Kaushab did, he passed the entry, bank account debit 50 to PNL 50 lakhs and he took to PNL 50. Okay. So his net profit is now becoming 70 lakhs. So both of them reported this as net profit. Okay. Now I am not asking a CA student, I am asking a layman, YouTuber, science student who will see YouTube and invest in shares like that. Somebody who doesn't have commerce background, some engineering friend, hey, which company's FS is good? What they will do? How they will invest? Straight away they will go see net profit. Okay, we have to invest in smart shoes. Future is smart shoes. Okay, Shiva's company, net profit 50, Kaushab 70. Kaushab is the winner. Let me invest money in his company. Okay. On the face you will think Kaushab is a better performing company. But you know the truth. You are CA final students guys. Come on, I don't have to explain to you that actually who is doing better? Shiva's company. In terms of revenue it's more, in terms of cost also it's lesser, and profits also high, but Kaushav's company revenue is less, cost is higher and net profit is low, but because of one government grant or government giving some money, his profit was higher. Will government give money always? No, they might give 1 year or 5 years depending on conditions. Okay, so for presentation I have to give a true and fair view so that my YouTuber friend or my science student will not make wrong decisions because of his less knowledge in accounting, and I can't expect him to have more knowledge. Our knowledge in science also is less, he will make fun of us, correct? Same way guys, okay. So standard, this is the reason as to why we have this standard. By now you know we are discussing about, you should have figured out in the example itself, IND AS 20, which talks about accounting for government grants, and one more new term is introduced in IND AS. So we are talking about accounting for government grant. Are you following guys? Why the standard? The presentation should be such that the user should know that grant is not going to affect the net profit, or grant should not even come in the P&L statement. Different grant, it varies. This is the logic. Okay, why we have this standard? Are they going to ask in exam why we have this standard? No. What is the structure of the standard? I told you standard is called accounting for government grants, I am writing short form, and disclosure of government assistance. Disclosure of government assistance. I am just now going to create the structure of this standard. We might write a lot of terms that you don't understand, it's okay, I am creating the structure, then we will explain and get there. So this standard basically has two parts, okay, basically has, or let me say 3 parts, let me keep it, okay. First part is who is government. See, this structure and all is just for us to keep our discussion easier, you know what's coming next, okay. Fine. Who is a government, and non-applicability of this standard for a few cases. Non-applicability and few, non-applicability, okay. This standard is not applicable in few cases. So who is a government and non-applicability. Is this part clear for everybody? Those who are watching online also quickly make a note. So government and non-applicability. Then what are the two types of grant I told you guys? No, we have government grant and government assistance. So next we will discuss about government grant and we will discuss about government assistance. Under government grants you have two types of grant. Grant in relation to assets, grant in relation to income. I am only giving you overall just brief context, and then what happens if any of this grants is refunded, that's all. So this is going to be the structure of IND AS 20. It's just an overall structure guys. Few points here and there I will discuss when we get there. So what is the standard going to tell us? First, what is government? Then government grants itself are classified into government grants and government assistance, a new term which was not there in CA Inter AS 12, it was not there. And grants are here simply classified as grant related to assets, grant related to income. In these cases, how I am going to account? Of course, I will learn what is the grant, how I will account, what happens if you refund, that's it. Different scenarios. Are you following guys? Clear? Sir, I want a more detailed chart, sir. Your chart is not detailed. That's why material is there. Okay, what's the point of me writing the same thing again? I am just trying to create structure. Is this fine, or do you want to write more detailed points under this chart? Day before exam, this chart and all don't study and go. This is for you to get context as what to expect in this standard. That's it. This is like a movie teaser or movie trailer. It's not like watching the movie, to give you an understanding. Okay, fine. We will go one by one. Okay. Before even I go there, is it easy to get grants? Is it easy to get grants? No. Government will not simply just like that give a grant if you ask for it. Okay. So first let's understand who is government. What is definition of government as per this standard? You can see in the left top over here, refers to government and government agencies and similar bodies, whether local, national or international. Let me write few terms, tell me if it's government or not. Central, state government, central government of India, US government, World Bank, let's say we also write Department of Education, Department of Agriculture of US, not India. Okay, are all these part of definition of government? Yes or no? Look at the definition, answer as per definition. See, we have to do interpretation, literal interpretation. Where interpretation of statute says literal interpretation. What is definition saying? Refers to government. So our Indian government, this is Indian, IND AS, Indian government, government agencies. What is government agencies? Government departments, all of that, all the government departments. So government agencies and similar bodies, whether local, national or international. That means any country's government and their government bodies also will be covered. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understood this, sir? Very clear, guys. Can I include government company in this? Government company. For example, BSNL, already they are loss making, now they are giving me grant, take money for doing business. Can I say it's a government grant? Or can I account as per this standard? Are you getting the concept what I am saying? Hello? As per definition, can I say it's a government grant? Sir, I am confused, sir. Come back to the definition. Only don't look anywhere else. I know material is with you. Only focus on the definition. We are defining what is a government. Government or government agencies. Is BSNL government agency? Huh? No. Meaning, sir, I want approval to start a telephone company. You will go to Telephone Regulatory Authority of India or you will go to BSNL? Try. Get try approval. Start one more company. Close BSNL fully. Okay. Now, so if you want approvals, I don't go to a government company. I go to the government. I go to try. So government agency is included. BSNL is not included. And similar bodies, whether local, national or international, local panchayat, local municipality, local corporation, all of that. Clear, guys? So it's only government and government agencies. Are you following? Department of Defense, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, all these. No, we can't take that definition. Similar bodies, then I will include bodies, then I will do one thing. Similar bodies, I will include, for example, I will say Elon Musk, Tesla is giving grant to me because flood came, they gave me grant. Can I say it's similar bodies? Then I will write Reliance is giving me government grant. Can I say it's similar bodies? I'm not trying to communicate anything. Okay. Adani I will write similar body. You will accept. Government has a stake. So that's why you have that little confusion. Okay, leave this example. Those who don't understand, leave it off, guys. But his doubt is, sir, government companies has government stake. Okay, but you might have the doubt. That's why standard specifically says the term government does not include government companies or political parties. Ruling party is government. Opposition will come here. So ruling party will come on this side. Opposition will come here. Are you following, guys? Because opposition also gives, opposition only will give more benefits to win the next time. Correct? Are you following, guys? Clear? Is it clear? Because it's very important to understand for every standard for whom it is applicable. In IND AS 10 we saw it's applicable if it happens from balance sheet reporting date till approval date. This is applicable if I get something from government. What is that something I am yet to teach you? Government only. So who is that? Simple, sir. I want exam oriented. Government and government agencies, similar bodies, local, national or international. That's it. So what about IMF, International Monetary Fund? One thing is there. Can I include that? Yes. WHO, World Health Organization. Yes. Similar bodies, local, national, international. BCCI, cricket. BCCI. Is it government agency? Is it a government agency? It's a separate body, means we will not include it. Are you following, guys? Clear? BCCI and all will not come. Okay. So that means, sir, I will not get grant from them. That means, let's say Elon Musk, Tesla is helping. They can help, but this standard doesn't cover the accounting for that. Are you following, guys? Clear? This is about the definition of what to say? Government. That is what we saw over here. What is government? Next to what they are going to give me? Grant. They are going to give me grant. Now what is grant? Let me show you some examples first before we get into it. I have IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation's annual report with me. I am just going to search for the word grant. Okay. We can find it or not, we will see. Yes, they have it. Okay, I think it's better to search for government grant. Just to show you some, what are the examples of grant? Yes, they have received grant, guys. If you look at this, this company has received grant close to 3,000 crores. Can you see the numbers here? Why it's a liability? I will explain when we get to the standard. This year they got only 300 crores. Last year, okay, this is current and non-current classification. Sorry. Next. These are details of all the grants. We will keep coming back to the standard, guys. Don't worry about that. I want to show in P&L. What are the few grants this company got? Look at this. Company, is it visible? Okay. Company has received grant in the form of interest-free loans from Orissa government for 15 years. I am just giving you some examples from real practical scenarios what you have to account. Next. Now we are seeing this grant. Once the standard gets over, we will again come back to this report. You should know what accounting they have done and understood that. That's when the learning is real. Now I am showing you the grants. How they have accounted, I am not reading. Company has recognized this. Don't bother. Once standard gets over, remind me, we will come back to this. You should understand the accounting without me teaching. If you are understanding, I have taught well. Otherwise, I have failed, not you. Okay. Next. Second, grant received on a domestic. They have received some one-time grant of some 10,800 crores from Government of India under recoveries under sale of domestic LPG. Okay. So LPG is sold, they got recovery. That means government is compensating for the loss or subsidy. They are giving subsidy. You are getting subsidy, that government is compensating. Okay. You see always Modi will come and tell subsidy for every house I will give one gas cylinder, that compensation is given. Just few more things. Company has received government grant from Oil Industry Department Board for strengthening distribution of some kerosene. Okay. Next, let me take this last third one. The company has received various capital grants from various agencies in respect of procurement, setting up of capital assets for research projects. So for doing some research, they got some grant. Okay, are you following, guys? We have so much more here. We will come back to it end of the standard. This is how you have to learn. We are seeing with FS. Sir, so far what I learned for exam, you learned what is government. That's it. Now what is grant? Grant is basically, in other words, any help given by the government. This grant is any help from the government, but before I go to grant itself, the standard is not government grant if you are mistaken. What is the standard? Government grant and government assistance. That means government can provide two things for me. Grant or assistance, inter we didn't have that. So what do you mean by assistance? That means the standard IND AS 20 is not just the government grant, it is government grant and government. That means I need to know the difference. Very, very important. What is government assistance first? We will finish this because it's easy one. New term introduced. Or let me put in other words. I will give an example. You tell me if it's covered here or not. After class gets over, you're all going home. Because the roads are put up, in the night you're able to travel safely, that's good, okay, you have to travel safely because there are lights, correct? If lights are not there, the safety comes down. That means government is providing assistance in the form of roads, bridges, lights, dam, all of that. Can I say that is government assistance covered over here? Can I say that? Are you following, guys? Government is giving free idli for all of you. Amma canteen, free idli. Okay. Can I say it's government assistance? Why? Yeah, public only. Government means they'll do for public only, they'll do for themselves.
No, they are giving the assistance to the.
They should be linked with some other entity or unit.
They should be linked with other entity. Okay, my company is in this street. When my company came here, road was not there. Because my company came, I told government, hey, what is this? Trucks, goods are not coming. So government put road. It benefited me and everybody living in that lane. Can I say the standard is applicable? Government assistance. Are you following, guys? This simple government putting road is covered here. I didn't ask this in inter. You also didn't ask me. If you had inter class with me, but yes. Okay, grant is what Rishabh is saying is monetary consideration, getting something in value. Let me put in other words. I am not discussing grant. I am discussing this example of government putting road. Will it come in grant or assistance? They are helping, no. Assistance na help. Check in ChatGPT. Help them. Okay. Simple. Road, is it given just for me? It's for everybody. It's for everybody. Police security is for everyone. Anything government is doing in common for everybody, the whole public, is not covered in this standard, does not come under government assistance. Are you following? Because, sir, it is an assistance only. To be honest, it's an assistance, but how can I account? Government put road outside my house or outside my company. What I will account? How I will account it? What I will put? Okay, value of 1 lakh it came for me. How can I account? You can't account it. Street light. What I will account in my books? It's a benefit given to me but cannot be quantified, and it's not just given to me, it's given for everybody. So a government assistance given for everybody. This is a government assistance, road is assistance, but not covered in the standard because it's given for everybody. Okay. Then what is government assistance? It's a help. Again, like how Rishabh said, we can't quantify. So assistance is something where quantification or putting a number to it is difficult. Then what is assistance, sir? Government has something called, let's take terms you understand. Bank audit, you all know, guys, in articleship. Hello, you might have gone for bank audit. Firms fight to get bank audits. Okay, firms try to get bank audits, but you know, if your firm has some criteria, some 5 years experience, plus if your partner is having some CISA or some qualification, so like that, then the chances of you getting the bank audit is higher, correct? Those who are doing articleship or leave this. Government is putting a tender to construct metro. Okay. Many companies are putting bid. Mostly who will win? L&T will win the bid. Why? Because L&T is having a little bit priority over others because of some checklist they have met. Correct? Now this is a specific assistance given by government directly to L&T. So the tender L&T only will get. So L&T should disclose in its financial statements, yes, we got help. Because we have that priority standard with government, we got assistance and we got the tender to build metro, we got 10,000 crores of revenue. Are you following? So in simple words, Government assistance is help given by government to me, but I can't put a number to it. Okay, it's like saying only 2 more slots are left to join the class. Example guys, there are so many slots, but 10 of them are waiting. I am giving preference to students I know, so he has a preference. Clear guys? So let's go read what's in the standard with respect to government assistance. Okay, that's it. Assistance is over with this. Look at this. Government assistance cannot be quantified and hence not accounted. That means government help you can't quantify. Now this, if it is only to me, I will disclose. Only to L&T got that, they will disclose. Sir, road is for everybody, you don't have to disclose. Look at this. These are actions by the government to provide economic benefits to the entity. However, this cannot be quantified, but disclosure is needed. L&T will disclose. Example, priority bidding, government guarantee, free technical support. Free technical support means they will give some resources. For example, API resources. API, what is that? For UPI, that GPay you will do, no? That technology is only given to Paytm, not given to me. That technology is given to PhonePe, so they got the license. For that using the technology, or credit facilities at market rates. Government is giving loan, but I can't get. But I got it because of some priority I have. Okay, so these kind of things. Indirect assistance is not considered as a government. For example, infrastructure facilities. Are you following guys? So in simple, if I have to summarize government assistance for the purpose of exam, that's it. Government assistance is done. I will classify into 2. Generic to all public. What you will do? Nothing. This is called indirect. I will not include in this standard. Specific to me, then I will disclose in the standard. Are you following guys? Understanding? Half standard is over. Joking guys, in name half is over. Okay, are you following? Everybody understood guys? Anand able to follow? So if we look at this, standard is basically government grant and government assistance. This part of the standard, disclosure of government assistance is done. Can we go and check in our IOCL annual report if they have a government assistance? Okay. Spelling is correct, GOVERNMENT assistance, correct? No, I don't find anything. I am just searching with you guys. Okay, this is monetary. Okay, assistance, just checking if it's there. This also is not there because interest, see, look at the wordings. Assistance provided by government or related institution with an interest rate below the current market rate will not come here. It will come in government grant. What we saw, if it is coming at market rate only, we will take as assistance because you are not getting any benefit, you are getting priority chance. That's it. Okay. Next, any other assistance they have? It looks like nothing else is there. No technical assistance. That's it. Some other. They have received some capital financial assistance, again monetary, we are able to quantify. If you are able to quantify, government grant, not assistance. Okay. For example, I will tell you what will come in assistance. IOCL was able to get this because they are a government company and they are related to the government. So that could be a government assistance, but it is given to all government companies. Mostly government grants are given to only government companies because they are giving lot of things for free. Few names I will tell you. I am showing you IOCL now. You can see BAIL is one government company, SAIL is a government company, then HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is a government company. These companies have huge amount of government grant. Why? HAL is in Bangalore, correct? Hindustan Aeronautics, they are into defense. For constructing or doing the defense research, who will give money? Government only. Otherwise, how they will get money? Are they selling aeroplane? Are they selling missiles? No. So HAL of full income is government grant. Are you understanding, guys? So BSNL, loss making, they have to function, they can't pay salary. Who will give money? Government will give government grant to pay salaries. So most government companies get government grants. Clear? Fine. Let's come back to exam oriented. For exam in the last whatever time, sir, what should I remember, sir? I don't want all these nonsense and all. For exam you tell me, sir, that's why I came to class. Simple. Government means government and government. Agencies, similar bodies, local, national or international. Government assistance means you cannot quantify. If it is given to everybody, public at large, indirectly, I don't bother about it in standard. If it's given directly to me, specific, I will disclose I got priority bidding. Maybe L&T, L&T FS, you can find government assistance, we will check. L&T we have kept it for different standard, okay. Following, guys, clear. Now coming to the main part of standard, which is government grants, okay, government grants, okay. Let me give you a practical example of a government grant before we go into accounting. I will tell you a story and then we will understand the whole structure because the whole standard is here, okay. Follow. I will tell you a story which is my story itself, okay. So I have a company which is a private limited company for which we actually received government grant for my company. I will walk you through the journey, connect with the standard, okay. So I received a grant, I wouldn't say I, it's the company which we are working, received a grant from the state government of Tamil Nadu. So for this, we applied for the grant in the year August 2022. So I saw one website notification. Let me show you that, for example, how it will be. Startup Tamil Nadu, if you go, okay. If you just go to the website, okay, why is this coming? Yeah, so if you go here, yeah, here it is. You can see something called TAN seed over here, correct? So TAN seed is basically a support. Now it is equity linked, before it was not equity linked. You can see here, you can apply for this. Last application was opened. I don't know if it's visible on the board. Visible, huh? Okay, last time in Feb 2017, they opened application for you to get up to 10 lakhs and 15 lakhs. Last date to apply, can you see 7th Feb 2024? They haven't opened the deadline again after this. Like this, back in 2022, I applied. This is TAN seed 6.0. I applied in TAN seed 4.0 in August 2022. Just applied. Then I left it. Then in December 2022, they reached out to me by a mail by saying, you are selected for the preliminary online interview. Okay. I missed that mail. Actually, I missed that mail. It came on 3rd December. On 6th December, I was in Kerala taking class for inter students. Simply, I was seeing my mails. I found that mail. Then I replied to them. Thankfully, they replied. They said reply before some deadline. I crossed that. But still, they allowed me to reply. And they scheduled 10th December 2022 one interview, online interview as to why my company should get the grant. I finished the interview. Then they selected for the next round. Next round was in-person boot camp. So for about 100 startups or something came. So I went to Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Around 20th December to 25th December, I was there for the pre-finale round where they will discuss lot of things. Then on 28th December or something, we had the finals. Around December last week, guys. Dates might change. Finals we had. Then finals got over. We came to the top 50. Grant is given only to top 25 companies. I didn't know if I got selected. It was a final panel discussion with 10 people sitting there. I had to present like a class I had to take for them. For 10 people, all people from government and different experts. Then they never decided. I didn't get updated. Before 31st December, out of 25, 15 companies got the mail, they got the money itself. Government gave them that 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. We never got intimation of rejection, never got intimation of approval. Okay. Then I didn't know what is happening. Then the year is still not over, correct? The year is continuing. So let me continue here. in the month of around Feb 2023, okay, Feb 2023, I wanted to know, hey, this much time I spent, am I through or not? So I asked my, not colleagues, not friends, people I knew in the startup TN who were interacting with me in all these months, saying, hey, did we get the grant? Some people told, yes, you are going to get in next few months. Some people told, no, I don't know. I didn't get a conclusive answer. They said, wait, we will update. We will update. You are not rejected, but you might get, because they should give 25 companies, 15 they gave, 10 more are there. In that 10, we may be there. They will decide that later. Okay. Now year got over, 31st March 2023. Can I account grant in my books? No, I can't account. Why? What if some employee from the department told me, you got sir, just wait for the mail. Can I account? Can I account? No, against concept of prudence. Later what happened in the month of April, in April I got a mail, night around 11 PM I remember getting that mail. I was about to go and crash and half, I saw the mail, congratulations, you have won, you are selected as one of the beneficiaries of the grant. In April I got that grant and the money was received in May. When can I account this? When can I pass the receivable entry? In April or in May? In May only I actually got the money. In May only money came into the account. But in April mail came. Mail came. Can I? So when should I account? April or May? You have a doubt when to account. So when to account a grant, the standard easily says, in simple words, it says conditions for initial recognition. When can an entity pass the entry in this entire journey? I can't pass after the final interview. I can't pass after someone call me. That mail which said congratulations, you are selected as a beneficiary was the conclusive evidence. Grant will be received, or there should be reasonable assurance that grant will be received. An entity will comply with the conditions attached to the grant. Meaning, the grant I got in the month of May was 5 lakhs, but the total grant was 10 lakhs. They told, you first spend the 5 lakhs, spend it correctly. Can I use the 5 lakhs and buy 2 iPhones, 4 iPhones? No, it is for my startup. So I have to spend it for, they gave lot of conditions. Maybe if time is there, I will show you the conditions government gave. They said you should not spend for paying salary. You should not spend for travel. You can spend for building a prototype. You can spend for marketing. You can't buy capital assets. It should be only expenses, related expenses like marketing, prototype building, those kind of things were allowed. So they will give some conditions. But whether I will fulfill, I will know only in the future. So that's why you look at the standard. For exam, what to remember? You can account a grant in the books only if there is reasonable certainty that the grant will be received and the conditions will be met. Are you following, guys? Clear? Any doubts till here, Anand? Sure, all of you understanding? That's it. Okay. Now, the same thing is over here. Look at this. Grant refers to assistance by the government in the form of transfer of resources. In my case, Tamil Nadu government gave me 10 lakhs to an entity, to my entity, for compliance of certain conditions or to be complied in the future. Meaning, if you look at the startup TN, okay, if I go to the previous page, if we go to, where is it? We just saw some time back, no? Yeah. If we go to tan seed, yeah, look at this. There are some eligibility, I am trying to show you eligibility. Not every company can simply apply. You should be a company, private limited company. The entity should be registered with Startup India and TANSIM. Then the average profit for the last 3 years shall be less than 5 lakhs. Like this, they had some conditions, 10 conditions. Okay. So I fulfilled all these 10 conditions. Plus I had to fulfill the future conditions that I have to spend only for these purposes, then only I can get that grant. Are you following, guys? So now if you go and read, they will they will transfer resource to me if I have fulfilled some conditions in the past and I am going to fulfill some conditions in the future. But are conditions mandatory? That government will decide. 10 conditions irukuma, government will decide. No need to, no conditions, government will decide. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? So now to bring context back to where we are in the standard, we understood the term government. Clear? Now in exam if MCQ comes, you know what to include in government, what to exclude in government. Is that clear? Now you also know the difference between what is a government assistance basically cannot be quantified. You know the procedure there also, and you also know what is a government grant. Government grant is transfer of resources. The key word is what, guys? Transfer of resources is the key word with some past and future conditions. Are you all with me, guys? Now this grant only can have two types of classification. Are you all with me? Hello? Understanding the structure, I am trying to build it. You understood what is government, you understood government assistance, you understood what is government grant. What is government grant? Transfer of resources from the government to you because you satisfied some past conditions and because you are going to satisfy some future conditions, then only you can account. When you can account, again here we saw 2 points. Grant will be received plus conditions will be satisfied. This also we finished, guys. Grant will be received, condition will be satisfied. Now why government gave me money? Sir, how can I believe, sir? Did you really get the money? Website is not loading, guys. Once it loads, I will show the company name. Okay. Or some other class, it's loading, so we will come back to it, leave it. Okay. So this grant, for me, they gave me money, correct? For what purpose? To spend for marketing. I can spend for building prototypes, correct? So this grant is related. You tell me, guys, from the example I told you, why government gave me money for my actual company? They gave it to spend for marketing, to spend for building prototype, for research and development I can spend. So this is related to my P&L or balance sheet. In the example I told, P&L. We start off the example, Kaushik set up entity there in Mizoram. For him expense is more. So to cover his cost, they give, Mizoram government gave him 50 lakhs, correct? So government grant is of two types. If the money is given for you to spend on your P&L related transactions, it's called income related grant. Are you following, guys? Sir, government is giving you money to buy assets, or they gave you asset itself. Ayo, I can't believe you. If I give you money, you will spend for something else. Better, what you want? You want laptop? Take laptop. You want plant and machinery? Take plant and machinery. That's called grant and related to assets. Are you following, guys? So as per IND AS 20, the government grants itself is classified into two. Can you see grant related to assets, grant related to income? Are you following, guys? See, in a marathon, I won't go this depth. I am trying to build the standard. Are you all, those who are studying first time, are you trying to understand? Okay, grant related to assets, grant related to income. Now what is left in this standard is, sir, how to account this, how to account this. That's it. Standard is over. Then we can do sums. Okay, that's it. Standard. Today we will finish one of these. We will do the easier one considering the time. Grant related to income. Okay, I won't go to book like in showing you this only, guys, accounting. When it comes to accounting, the method I follow is, you will tell me from the example I give. Okay, I will give you two examples. Let's go back to Kaushik's example. Okay, till here all of you clear? Anybody has any doubts till here? Okay, go back to Kaushik's example. He set up a unit in Mizoram, if you remember. Okay, in Mizoram, his expense will be more for him. Correct? Why? Because there's a lot of travel and all. Okay, so let's say for him, one of the expense to electricity was expensive. Okay, was expensive compared to Chennai, Bangalore itself. Example, I don't know the reality, but because the setup over there is like commercial setup is less, smart shoes means more electricity he needs. If for him expense is 100 rupees, he actually incurred 200 rupees. Okay, Mizoram government told, don't worry, we will reimburse the expense. Okay, so what is the entry for electricity? Electricity account debit to bank. He will pass 200. That's it. Now government is doing a reimbursing the money. Take the money back here, Kaushab. They are saying, okay, take refund of 100. Okay. So what Kaushab will do now? This is the first entry he passed. The second entry will be bank account debit 200 to P&L. He can write. This is one option, or bank account debit 200 to electricity, sorry, 100, okay, 100 both sides, bank account debit to electricity 100, meaning he can present his books in these two ways. Option 1, show electricity expense 200, income 100, net effect 100. Option 2, show electricity 200 and reduce 100 on the debit side itself by reversing electricity, therefore net becomes 100. Are you following? Which one should he follow? Kaushab, his choice. Because both net effects same, but we will prefer which one if you are first one. So that you know I incurred 200 and I got a reimbursement of. Otherwise it will be like net. But this I will disclose in the notes anyway. Not, are you following guys? Clear? Will any of the method impact my net profit? No. It will only impact my line items. Clear? Anand, are you following? Okay. Everybody following? Okay. When I am saying Anand, I am asking everybody guys. I can't call everybody's name. Anand, Rishabh, Kaushab, Shiva, are you following? One name. Okay. Understood guys? This is the accounting if expense is already incurred. Okay. So let me go show that part. Grant related, look at this. Grant related unconditional grant or grant given for past expense. Look at this, grant related to income. What is income? These are those grants which are other than grants related to assets. Yet to see assets what it is. So basically assets we will see tomorrow or next class for online. Unconditional grant for given for past expense, recognize immediately in the statement of P&L. Alternatively, entity can deduct from the related expense. That's what we did guys. In one case we credited P&L, one case we reduced from expense, but most important it is past expense. This is inter. What I taught you so far is CA inter. So what is there in CA final, sir? Already we saw government assistance, which is new, but now second, Kaushab is saying, see, I don't have so much money. Year 1, year 2, year 3, my electricity expense is going to be 200, 250, 300. He is going to manufacture more and more. Future also expense is going to be more. He is saying, look, Mizoram government, I don't have the money to pay and wait for 6 months to get reimbursement. It's very hard for me. I am a new company. I have working capital. Loan I am not getting. This is hard. Can you find another alternative? Show me some other alternative. So Mizoram government told, okay, I understand your difficulty. You also helped me by setting up over here. I will give you the money in advance itself. I will give you 600 rupees now, or let's say not 600. Sorry, let's say I will give you 300 rupees. Now itself I will give you for the future expense. See, when you are in articles, two things can happen. Incur expense, claim reimbursement. Second type, they will give you advance. You will spend that. Which one do you prefer as an article? Advance. Everybody prefers advance. That too depends client to client. Some clients will give full reimbursement. Some clients 1 rupee also they will not give. You have to travel so much, nothing you will get. Depends which audit you get. That depends on what? Your relationship with the audit partner and manager, not client. So if anybody here has joined articleship only now, because FR is a class mostly students watch in the first year of articleship, correct? So if you want good audits, see when I was doing articleship, in some audits I had to travel from my house Egmore to Sholingnallur. That for those who don't know, not from Chennai, it's about 25 kilometers I had to travel by myself. I had to incur the petrol. Client didn't give 1 rupee also. There was one more client in the same location. From my Egmore to Tambaram I had to go. Again that's another 25 kilometers for those who don't know. That client will come in cab and pick me up from the house, drop me in the client place. I can order lunch from Domino's also, they will pay. Then again in car they will drop me back home. I used to sleep also in the car. Cab used to come during articleship. Which audit you will prefer? Second. Nowadays they don't give cab service. They will, Big Four now will tell you book the cab, we will reimburse. Big Fours have one crazy feature. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. All the Big Fours have it. At least I had it in Deloitte. Deloitte has an integration with Uber. Okay, so when I book a cab in Uber app, no need to pay. Deloitte will pay. So I can use Deloitte cab. While payment it will ask me, are you booking through Deloitte? Uber will ask me, yes. It will ask a client code, 8-digit code. If I enter, I don't have to pay. So I will get the normal Uber, then Deloitte will pay for it. Later the internal team will reconcile if I used it for audit travel or personal travel. What if I use for personal travel? They have an internal team. You know an article, so that is the integration. So it all depends on, sir, for me sir, I mean mid-size firms sir, big firms sir, how to get this? It depends on your relationship with the manager and partner. You should be good friends. How to build that relationship? I can't teach you guys, it's an art, it's a skill, okay. It should not look like intentional, but it's not intentional. And you should play it out. Some of you know that. Okay, come back to this. So 2 cases, spend and get reimbursement, get advance. Now we are discussing, Mizoram government gave me advance. They gave me what guys? Advance, last one, follow. Now what is the accounting? When I get the advance, the entry will be, so far yet to spend anything. Year 1, year 2, year 3, nothing. In year 0, I got the advance. Entry will be, bank account debit, 300. What I will credit? Can you tell me what we will credit guys? So we have to credit something. Sir, I want the answer. No, you tell me. What are the options you have? Can I credit P&L? No, because it's income for the future also. So what are all the options you have? See, trading and P&L account and balance sheet. Correct? This only the options. 4 options. Correct? Can you credit here? P&L? No. Can you credit the debit side? No. Can you credit asset? What logic? You are already debiting asset. How will I credit asset? Okay. Can I credit liability? Am I going to repay this? No. It's money for me, no need to repay them. Can I credit share capital? No. Are they investing in my company? So when you are doubtful about an entry, you think logically, I can't debit anywhere or credit anywhere here except reserves end. Because this is income of the future I am getting now. So I can't take to my P&L. The only option is to take it to my reserves. So what I will do, I will take it to my reserves and surplus. How much guys? 300. Assuming they have given me 300, which is the breakup is 100 for each year. So 100 should come here, 100 should come here, 100 should come here. Net expense 100, net expense 150, net expense 200. Correct? So what I should do for each year entry? Each year I should reverse my reserves. Correct? It will be reserves and surplus to P&L in year 1, year 2, year 3. 100, 100, 100. Correct? So it will be reserves and surplus. So the entries can I conclude by saying when you receive the grant, it is bank account debit to reserves and surplus. Whenever you are reversing based on actual expense, it will be reserves and surplus to P&L. Sir, by what amount you will reverse? Question will give clue. They will give ratio, all of that. Are you following? But which reserve, sir? Which can I do? Capital reserve? Nothing. Or general reserve. So for this we are going to create a new reserve by ourselves. What is it? Income of this year is being postponed to future years. Correct? 300 is income of this year. I am postponing to future years. So this reserve is called what? deferred income account. It's called what, guys? Deferred income account or deferred grant account. We can also use deferred grant account. Okay. Are you following, guys? Where will this deferred income or deferred grant sit? It will sit in my balance sheet reserves. It is nothing but a reserve. Future income I got, now I will reverse. Are you following, guys? Let's go back to our notes. Look at this. Grants given for future expense or benefits, deferred grant method, credit profit and loss account or other income, meaning first look at this. Bank 2, so the final entry will be what I just told now. Bank 2 deferred grant account when you received the grant. Subsequently, whenever you are going to reverse, not necessary that sir, if I received in year 0, I should reverse in year 1. You can reverse in year 3 also. Whenever that expense was met, for what purpose the grant is given, the entry will be deferred grant account debit to P&L account. Here P&L are other income or other comprehensive income in IND AS depends on the nature of the grant that we will see with sums. Are you following, guys? So you can reverse it back into P&L or other income, other comprehensive income based on the nature of that. That you will understand once you know what comes in P&L and other comprehensive income. Is this clear, guys? All of you understanding? Anybody, any doubts so far? Hello? So what we have done so far is we have understood what is government, government assistance, government grant. Government grant is of two types, assets and income. Income part we have finished. What is left is this standard is not applicable for a few cases, very important for MCQ viewpoint, how to account asset. Then we have a concept called loan at concessional rates, fair value accounting, beautiful one, we will do it tomorrow itself, next class, and refund of grant and doing sums in this standard. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Really we got the grant, guys. Website is not loading. If you go here, we have a startup called the Mind and Company. Later tomorrow you search recording students. If you find the Mind and Company, you send it to us. It's a company into mental health space. So we got the grant, I am promising. I wanted to show it, but not my fault, the website is loading. Okay. Some other class I will show it, guys. Anybody, any doubts before we close the class today? Fine. Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Yeah, I know already we said good morning, but recording I will again say good morning. Good morning to all our recording friends also, or good afternoon, good evening, good night whenever you are watching. Let's continue, guys. We are in the standard IND AS 20. Today our agenda, or in this session our agenda is to significantly complete this and all the sums maximum possible. Okay. Quickly, always I have the habit of spending first a few minutes to revise what we did in the previous session. One, because you are coming after one day or 2 days or whenever we have scheduled, and recording also not necessary, they might watch on the same day if they are watching in, because they are different recordings. So yes, all the recording students in here. What we saw yesterday was basically, first we answered a question, who is government? In simple for exam, government includes government and government agencies. Government is of course central and state government and other similar bodies, whether local, national, international, like panchayat, municipality, then national level or even international level means other countries government and its departments. Then we also saw what it does not include. Just to give clarity, they gave government, companies are excluded and political parties are excluded. This is just a clarification given in the standard so that you don't get confused. Political parties, here we are talking about the one which is not in ruling power at this point. Then we saw government can give you what? Government can give you two things. They can either give you a grant or they can give you an assistance. Quickly revise, guys, they can give you a grant or they can give you an assistance. Assistance, now you know it's more like a help which cannot be quantified. Within assistance we saw two types. One is which is given to all, guys. Full public gets roads, infrastructure facilities. This what do I do? Nothing. Ignore. Standard says This I can't even account. I can't tell road was given to me. Then everybody will put that paragraph, road was given to me. So it doesn't make sense. Other assistance which is specific, like some priority bidding, you got first in queue, we gave the tender to you. Those kind of assistance, what you will mention? We will only disclose, hey, we got that extra option because of which we got this contract. That's what about assistance, that's it. Standard does not talk anything about government assistance, government help, which is a new concept in IND AS. Now in exam, if they ask you, differentiate between AS 12 and IND AS 20 in exam, main exam, you should not tell, sir, you did not teach us difference table. I am not going to go to foundation class and teach you basis, sir. This is the difference. You should write government assistance is there in IND AS, not discussed in AS 12. Don't write difference. AS 12, here IND AS 20, number is difference. No guys, okay. Just saying, because you will try to find more points if you don't remember. Coming to grant, in grant we discussed yesterday, there were two types of grant. Before that we saw what is a grant or assistance. Grant is basically transfer of resources from the government to the entity because I complied something in the past or I am going to comply in the future. This grant we classified as grant related to previous class we finished which one? Loudly guys. Income. Recording students, don't look at my face. Which one we finished? Income in the previous class. If you are watching this recording without watching that, go watch that first. Income we saw two types of classification here, mainly on the basis of accounting per se. We saw one where it is given for something you have already done in the past. That means expense already incurred or conditions already met. Straight away take it to my P&L account or other income based on the nature of the grant, P&L or other income. Are you following guys? If it is for future conditions or future things that I am going to spend, then what is the accounting guys we saw? One option was, over here you take it to P&L, or one more option was reduce from respective expenses. For future condition means we saw a concept called deferred grant account, where in simple we amortize the grant over the life of the benefit. Grant is given for next 4 years, take that proportionately to the income statement over the next 4 years, matching concept. Are you following guys? Clear? Understood? That's it. This is what we discussed yesterday. Anything else beyond this? Okay, this is what we discussed yesterday. Now before we proceed, yes, doubt? Yes,
Whether it is meaningful or not, I don't
please ask the doubt.
In assistance, government assistance, you said for example, in bidding, they give preference to some other company like
Yes.
For bidding, so many companies
Are going to bid, okay. Isn't it discrimination?
No, I'm not asking, I'm not telling that. Bidding, lowest price only will be.
No.
And moreover, if preference is given, why all the companies are going for
Okay, her question for repeating for recording students, I will always repeat. If I forget to repeat, you will remind me. Her question is, sir, if priority bidding is given, why other companies should bid? And bid is given for somebody who is quoting low price. Okay, now let's say academy is looking for a new faculty role to take class for CA students. Let's say for AFM subject, for example, randomly. Okay, now academy will give preference to somebody who has 5 years experience and took some 10 batches, or a fresher who is an all India rank holder. Experienced faculty, correct? Why can't, now can I say discrimination here? No.
They will mention
For me, what is important is for users. Same way, if L&T is getting priority bidding, they will get the priority bidding considering their experience, because their construction quality is already set as a benchmark. If I give it to somebody new, then they will also get, there will be conditions. That means L&T only will get everything. No. Priority means if 100 companies are putting the bid, L&T's bid I will definitely evaluate. Are you getting it? If 1000 people are applying in a big 4 for a job, the HR is not having time to see all the 1000 profiles. Partner's son is sending resume. We will see that along with others, but just because he is a partner's son, he will not get into Big Four. He also has to go through interview process. Sometimes students will send profile to me. I will forward to the HR. Does not mean they will get the job in Big Four. But what they may get is the interview call. It depends on your performance. Are you getting it? That's all. Okay. So it is not discriminatory. It's nothing wrong. It's just that based on the checklist, it is one of the examples. Clear? Can we proceed, guys? Okay. Ask any doubts, guys. However small, medium, big it is. Doubt is a doubt. Okay. Fine. This is what we saw yesterday. Let's proceed to the next concept. New ones today. We majorly have 4 areas left today in this standard. What is not a government grant? We are going to discuss that first quickly. Then accounting in relation to a government grant for an asset, detailed discussion we are going to see. Then other grants, there are some small grants. For example, how many times you saw in news, government has waived loan of farmers. How to account that? Like that, some miscellaneous 3-4 grants are there. Then we have one more concept called accounting for a loan at concessional rate. Very important concept. We have a nice sum in this that we will try and do it today. And there is one more concept, guys. How do you account for refund of a government grant? Okay. This is what I asked you in the beginning of the class also before we started recording. So asking for everyone's purpose. Shall we finish all the concepts and do all the sums? So concepts will be one recording for you also. Sums will be one recording, easy to catch it. Or finish this concept, sum. Finish the concept, sum. We will try in this standard, finishing the standard, then doing sums separately. Some other standard, concept sum. Majority here, we will proceed with majority, guys, democracy. Okay. Now, so these are the concepts. First, now I will just take some examples. We are discussing, yes, what is not a government grant, but I don't want your mindset to be, yes sir, this is not a government grant. I will give examples of it is a government grant also. You should tell me logically it's a government grant or not a government grant and why. Okay, recording also will participate. First one, okay, I told you in the previous class that our company received a grant, correct? Received a grant. We went to one website also, if you remember. Okay, I will go there and show in some time. There we saw we have to apply for that. Latest, if you go and see now in the end of 2024, now if you go and see that same website shows TAN seed. Yeah, TAN seed is Tamil Nadu seed fund. Different states, every state will have their own. Okay, it showed TAN seed 6.0 in our video. By the time you are watching the recording, in just 2 months, from what I know, 7.0 will be launched. Beginning of next year and all of that. Okay, 7.0 will be launched. Okay, sir, fine. Now, in the 7.0, now the deal is, they will give you 10 lakhs and they will take 3% equity. Are you following, guys? When I got it, when our company got it, we got TAN seed 4.0 2 years back. That time, they just gave us 10 lakhs. With some conditions, no equity. That means I don't have to repay the money. It's not a loan, it's a grant. But same grant now, scheme, it changed from 5.0. We were the last to get without equity. Now it is 3% equity. What do you mean by 3% equity? I will invest 10 lakhs in your company. In return, what I will get? 3% equity. Is this a government grant? Yes or no? If you want to see the website, just okay. So we saw in previous class, if you remember, now there's a huge event going on, so that is focused more. Where did we see, guys? Website will keep changing. Huh? Yeah, found it. So this is what we saw. TAN seed, apply for funding. A support equity linked grant fund. Can you see the wordings, guys? Equity linked grant fund. And this was the latest one we saw where they gave 10 lakhs for 3%. Can you see here? 3% support stake is taken. Can you see, guys? Now my question is Is this a grant? That's all. Discussion over. Quickly, is this a grant or no? No. This is not a grant. The government can call it a grant because you don't have to repay, but you are giving what? Equity. Now they are not giving you grant. They are investing in your company. They are buying 3% for 10 lakhs. Correct? It's like how you buy one share in ITC, one share and you get 1.007% of voting power. They have 3% voting power. So the first point is government participation. I hope recording students can see it. Yes, it's visible. Government participation in equity of the company. Are you following, guys? This is not a government grant. Clear? Getting logic. Logic is he's investing. That's all. Therefore, government participation in equity is not included. Are you following, guys? Clear? We saw it practical example. Clear? Different states will have different examples, but it's going to be the same wherever. Okay. Now next one. Everybody knows income tax exemptions. Correct? For individual, now you will tell 80C sir, 80D sir, there are so many. Correct? 80C, what is the limit now? 1,175,000, the latest amended limit. Okay. Now, can I say for Rishabh it is 1,75,000, for Swati it is 2 lakhs? No, it's same for everybody. Like this, can you tell me some exemptions for companies? Tell me one exemption that you know for company. 80? JJA. What is that about?
Salary given to new employees.
Salary, okay. Salary given to new employees, okay, is exempt. 30% exempt. I don't know tax, guys. I last studied tax 10 years back when I cleared. After that, I never touched tax books. Again, I am going to touch for the sake of IBS for connectivity. You will help me in that. Okay, fine. 30% exempt. I can tell you one. Since I am in the field of startups, we saw startups yesterday. If you are a startup registered with DPIIT, there is some 80JIA or something which says 3 years income tax is exempt out of 10 years. Like this, we have many exemptions. Yes or no, guys? Is this a government grant? Or let me put in other words. Let's take this 80JJ, famous one now. Important one. Okay. 30% salary exempt. 30% exemption on salary paid to new employees. This is given to all companies. Can I say this is a grant? Is this a grant given? See, income tax department, central government, it's a government agency giving exemption. Can I consider this as a government assistance or a government grant? Hello? Yes or no? Why no? It's given for all. If I start a company, I will get this. If I start a startup means I will get this. But the 10 lakhs we saw in Tanseed, not easy. 1,500 applications in a year, 40 companies are getting. Are you getting it? Grant means you have to apply and only few will get. Exemption means if you meet those conditions, all will get. So, second one, third one here, in this here third, tax exemption provided by government. Are you following, guys? Tax exemption provided by government is not considered. All of this is there in our material, guys, but of course running notes will tell you logic why. Next, quickly, let's say Orissa government gave for anybody doing a startup in Orissa, you should be located in Orissa only. You can be from any state, but you should be in Orissa, have the office in Orissa, and if you start any IT company, Orissa government has said for every IT company you start, if you have minimum 10 employees, for each employee we will give an Apple laptop. Is this an grant or not a grant? Hello? Orissa government, if you start IT company over there with 10 employees, you will be given what, guys? One Apple laptop worth 2 lakhs for each employee. Is this a grant or not? Hello? Yeah, it's a grant. Hello, just because I am discussing what is not a grant, your answer cannot be no. This only is grant related to asset. Or let's say Orissa government is saying if you start IT company in Orissa, electricity, EB bill for the first 1 year exempt. Is it a grant? Yes, grant related to my income. It's a resource provided by government to you, not to all companies. You should be a company in Orissa, you should set up there with 10 employees. Are you following, guys? So don't have to write this point. This is normal example of a grant. Clear? Can we proceed? Next one. Does government give loans to individuals or company? Does government give loans? Yes. Government has loans. Sometimes loans, if for example SBI, government, SBI is giving loan at 12%. Government also is giving at 12%. Is this a grant? No. SBI giving at 12%, government giving at 9%. Is it a grant? Yes. 3% discount. So, loan at concessional rate is a grant. Loan at market rate is not a grant. That's your next point. Loans given by government at market rate. Are you following, guys? Clear? Exemptions. Last one, we will discuss this when we go to IND AS property, plant, equipment. Grant related to biological assets. Why it's exempted here? It is dealt how to account in property, plant, equipment. In that standard tells how to account. So it's excluded over here. That's it. Are you following, guys? Sir, what is biological asset? Bearer plants. We will see in that standard. But just to give you a quick analogy, what is biological asset? Biological asset means your cows, poultry, hens, all of that. So for that, you have a separate standard called IND AS 41, agriculture, correct? Agriculture tells you how to account grant. So it's excluded here. Why except bearer plants? That is not covered in that standard. So it is covered here. What is bearer plants? We will see in PPE standard. Okay. Are you following, guys? Clear? Any doubts so far? Sir, for exam, what to remember, sir? Without seeing the book, what to remember? What is not a government grant? Government participation in equity of a company, tax exemptions, loan at market price, grant for biological assets is not covered here because separate standard talks about it. That's it. With logic you have understood, but for exam 4 points. So we are done with the first concept that I discussed here. What is not government grant? Are you following, guys? Next, the biggest concept, remaining other grants, 5 to 10 minutes like this. Refund, 5 to 10 minutes. Loan at concessional rate, concept is 5 to 10 minutes. Sum will take some time. We have a nice sum which we will do today. The next biggest time consuming is the asset, guys. Grant related to a specific asset. Are you following, guys? This can be of two types, guys. This can be of two types. Imagine you wanted to buy the latest Samsung phone, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra Pro, whatever, I don't know the name, that one you wanted to buy. Okay. Your parents told, okay, you can buy it. Two ways. One, they will buy the phone and give it to you, correct? Or second, they will give you the money until you go buy. Both are fine. I want the phone, correct? But accounting will vary. Why, sir? One, they are giving you money. That means you will always debit what? Bank account. In the other case, they are giving you the phone itself, they are giving you the asset. So here you will always debit the asset. So here, one you are getting cash, one you are getting the asset itself. So getting cash, that kind of grant is called monetary. Getting asset, it's called non-monetary. Are you following, guys? That means if I get cash, debit will always be bank. If I get asset, debit will always be. Then the question this standard is going to address is what to credit. So accounting is not what to debit. You already know, because when you are getting an asset, debit is simple. Get cash na debit cash or bank. Get asset na debit asset. No change in that. What to credit, if you can identify, accounting for grant is done. In fact, even in the income grant, what you received? Cash. You debited what? Bank. That means in income grant also what is debit is clear. You should know what to credit. Look at it from journal angle, guys. It becomes so easy. The standard is teaching us what to credit. Back to foundation class. Teaching us journal entry. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Now, we will go to non-monetary grant first. The easy one, and complete that quickly. Non-monetary grant means we are getting for kind. Same thing is there in the material. I will finish, go there. I like explaining over here, guys. That's why I scribble here. Neat notes you have over there. Fine. Non-monetary has two types. Monetary also in the standard has two types. That means you have to learn 4 things what you have to credit. Okay. Non-monetary we will finish. Non-monetary option 1. The same Odisha government example we will take. They gave you Apple laptop which is worth 2 lakhs each at a discount. That means 2 lakhs laptop, they told you pay just 50,000 rupees, it is enough. Okay, that means getting the asset at discount, the discount here is called a concession, getting at a concession. Okay, that means you don't have to pay them 2 lakhs, you will only pay them 50. What will be the entry? Asset account debit, how much? 50,000 to what? To bank, you paid how much? 50,000. That's it, accounting is over. This is what we learnt in Inter AS 12, correct? Concessional value. Second, grant received free of cost. Grant received for free of cost. That means Apple laptop worth 2 lakhs, they gave it to you for, they just gave you the laptop. Why to pass an entry? Got it for free. What entry you will pass? Asset account, laptop account debit, of course. Laptop account, I am not writing asset so you can connect better. Laptop account debit 0 to what? Write something 0, no impact, no. Write to liability 0. Does it make sense? No. What to credit? What to credit? First I am finishing basic accounting, then we will come to IND AS. Okay. Are you understanding concession, guys? Concession. Simple. Biryani is sold for 250 rupees. Today offer. Buy one, get one. Old biryani. What they will not buy one, get one. So you are paying only 125 rupees per biryani. The entry will be your personal expense. Biryani to cash you will write 250 and create discount 125, or you will write biryani to cash 125. Biryani to cash. You are ordering on Zomato. Every time he will give you one coupon code. 100 rupees coupon code. You account it net of discount only. You don't show gross minus discount because it's trade discount. Trade discount we always account net value. So here at concession value means trade discount. So what I paid is 50k. So entries asset to bank 50k. Is this clear, guys? Second case, what I paid is nothing, sir. Why to pass the entry? First of all, tell me, should we pass entry? Yes, why? Asset came in. Fixed asset, PPE register not only tracks the amount of asset, it also tracks the quantity. For example, my company has 10 laptops, in which 3 laptops came for free. So how many laptops I have? 10, I got 3 for free. So I have only 7 I paid for. If you don't account the 3, books of accounts will show you have only 7 laptops. But really there are 10 laptops. So tomorrow if somebody steals 2 also, we won't know. So you pass an entry not to record the quantity of amount, quantifying the amount, to track the quantity of number of units for the purpose of accounting. Understanding logic, why entry? What about the amount? Since I didn't pay anything, we will write 0, but 0 means system will not take anything. So the standard says account at nominal value. What is nominal value? 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 50 rupees, whatever. What to credit? Credit what? I can't credit P&L. Like yesterday we will discuss, previous class, can you credit assets? No. Can you credit liability? No, you don't have to pay. Can you credit P&L? No. Can you debit P&L? No. Only reserves is left. So you will credit capital reserve for a nominal amount 10 rupees makes no impact. Are you following? So the first option of credit is here credit the bank at concessional value. First is to credit bank at concessional value. Second is to credit capital reserve at what? Nominal value. This is part of our standard also and part of AS 12 and Inter. But this only inter students are studying. You also studied. What is wrong in this? Fair value is the simple one line, one word answer. Fair value, because I told you in the initial first intro class, if you have not watched, go watch the most important class for you to get the context, the recording students. Intro class I told you, what did I tell you? Depreciation is a saving. Tomorrow you have to again replace this laptop. If you don't charge depreciation, if you charge depreciation for 50k, you will save only 50k. But laptop is 2 lakhs. Who will give the balance money? Are you following, guys? So, IND AS is all about fair value accounting. Whole IND AS, guys, is just about fair value, which says what is the right value for this asset. So, same entry I will pass. Instead of 50k, what I will write? 2 lakhs. Instead of 1, 2, 0 or 10, I will write what? 2 lakhs. So, how my entry in fair value will be in the first discount if it comes? Laptop account debit 2 lakhs. Makes sense, huh? But I paid only 50,000, sir. Then I still have a difference of 1,50,000. What to do with this? What to do with this? Are you understanding the point? What to do with this? Can I take this full benefit grant to my P&L? No. Laptop is used for how many years? 5 years, for example. Then the benefit should also be taken to my P&L over 5 years. So I will credit again deferred grant. Guys, the standard's objective is just one line. The benefit you get should be accounted in the income statement over the life of the benefit. For how many years you are getting. Simple. Are you following? Then this deferred grant next year. Deferred grant to P&L. We will pass for number of years proportionately for how many years you get benefit. Mostly in the ratio of depreciation. They don't specify. Are you following, guys? Understanding proportionately we will spread it. Is this clear, guys? All of you, Anand? Clear? No doubt? Sure following. If you have a doubt, please ask, guys. Now there are about 20 of you here, 15 to 20 of you. Okay. Only when you get clarity, recording students will get more clarity. That means if you don't understand, they are not understanding. That's how I take it. Okay. Are you following? If it is free of cost, let me write it. For lack of space, let me just write it here. Okay. If it is free of cost, what will be my entry? Same entry, laptop account debit full 2 lakhs because bank is nothing. 2 deferred grant 2 lakhs. That's it. This will be transferred to your P&L over the life of the asset or whatever. Are you understanding, guys? Clear? Basically, that fair value part goes to deferred grant, which is transferred to my income statement. This is IND AS 20. Now you know AS 12, you know IND AS 20. You tell me, in your understanding so far, which is more conceptual and logical to account? IND AS. But the standard gives both the options, but most companies follow this IND AS. I told you in the first class, accounting standards are going to be amended in next 3-4 years. When they get amended, AS 12 also will tell the same thing. Are you following, guys? Clear? Okay. Is it clear? Just to summarize the whole thing in our notes, look at this. Grant related to assets, we have 2 types. Monetary grant, non-monetary. kind, simple. Sir, exam what to remember? Grant received for free of cost. Record the asset and grant at nominal value or fair value. That laptop at 0, free. Grant received at concessional rate. Record the asset and grant at actual amount paid 50k or fair value. Are you following, guys? Anyway, we will do sums for accounting, but this is equal to the sum. I did not give journal entries here because here we are discussing concepts. When I say fair value, you should know we are following deferred income method over here. The whole standard follows deferred grant method. It's not a new method. Deferred grant is basically amortizing your income over the life of the asset. Clear? Anybody has any doubt in non-monetary? Hello? Sure? Easy, guys. Okay. 2 lakhs, fine. This is the non-monetary one. Now we have to jump to the monetary grant. Sure, guys, all of you understanding? Okay. So monetary, this part I will take it down. I will take it down in our notes. Non-monetary is what we finished. If anybody wants to copy here, do let me know. I will stop if you feel it's fast, not able to copy. Recording and all, just pause it, guys. Rewind and pause. That's why you have 1.8 views. Okay. Now 1.8 or 1.5, I don't know, guys. Don't ask me. I am just saying what came to my mind. It will be somewhat around that. Okay. Fine. Now coming to monetary grant. Monetary grant. In monetary grant, we are again classifying into 2 types, guys. What is monetary grant? Here again monetary grant is to buy a asset. To buy one asset. Here is the government buying the asset and giving you? No. That only is non-monetary. Non-monetary is like the parents buying the S25 phone and giving you, or government giving you the asset by themselves. This is not that. Monetary grant, na, they are giving me cash. They are giving me cash. Now one question. I applied for the TAN seed, I told you, correct? So my hope is if I get that TAN seed, I will buy one laptop, example. Okay. Now will I buy laptop after they give the money, or I will buy the laptop and then hopefully get that money? You didn't get the example. Let me give you a better analogy. Okay. You applied to the government to get grant. How long will the application take? 1 week over? No. I showed the example of mine itself. It took almost 1 year, but it was a very, very transparent process. Whatever I experienced was 100% transparent. I enjoyed it. I won't say it's late. That was their timelines, and it was the whole process what I went through, online interview, in-person interview. It was very ethical from whatever I experienced because I didn't have any contacts. I went like a normal application, did all the rounds, got the mail just like others. So, but it was a lengthy process. Okay. Now to apply for grant, it will take time, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Let's say it's taking 3 years to get the approval. Now these 3 years, will I not do business and just wait, or I will start doing business? I will start doing business. If I get the grant, good for me. That means, let's say we take the same laptop example. Okay. This time I purchase the laptop first, I get the cash first. I purchase, because if I wait for the money, I have to keep waiting. I am missing opportunity. So somehow I arranged the 2 lakhs and purchase the laptop. So entry is laptop account debit 2 lakhs to bank 2 lakhs. Let's say you pass this entry in 2025. Oh, okay. Let's say we are passing this now in 2024 ending. Okay. Fine. Are you following, guys? We are passing this entry now. I got the grant only in 2025 end. By the time already 1 year over. So now my entry will be what? Bank account debit. Let's say they gave a grant of 50,000 rupees. Okay. Oh, our example they gave 1,50,000, correct? Discount was, yeah, they gave us 1,50,000. What to credit? Are you following, guys? You are following the question? Stuck with a problem? Then write. This area, accounting for monetary grant, teaches you what to credit here. That's all. Are you understanding, guys? Because it doesn't teach the first entry. Entity buying the asset by themselves. Very good. Excellent. When you receive the grant, what to credit? What to credit? Hello? Deferred grant is one option, or I can also credit laptop itself, 1,50,000. So now new laptop value becomes 50,000. Asset value will decrease. Yes. Okay. Now question is what to credit. We have two options. One is the right and logical option. Other option is given, but there are a lot of problems in that. We will discuss all of that over here. Okay. Let's discuss that over here itself using the same example. Same example. First I am going to teach you this concept is same in IND AS 20 and AS 12. Why am I repeating again with inter-standards? If you tell me don't do it, I will not do it. Because we have that difference dabba, I am repeating it. Do you want me to repeat the differences or no need? Your wish. You should tell me, guys. Repeat them, but you should not get confused. You know what is there for IND AS. Okay. Now, first option, let's say, okay, this is, let's call this as year 1, year 2. Difference is 1 year. Okay. Assume the life of laptop is 5 years. Assume residual value is 0, just for simplicity purpose. Apple laptop will have a useful residual value, but we will say it as 0 in 5 years. So what is depreciation per year? 2 lakhs divided by 5 is 40,000 per year, correct? Now, in year 1, they would have charged depreciation of 40,000, correct? In year 2, what happened? Laptop opening balance, if you take laptop account, okay, opening balance was 2 lakhs. Now I have charged depreciation of, so now closing balance is 1,60,000 is my closing balance. And then now what you are doing, the laptop grant that you received, laptop account, sorry, bank account debit 1,50,000 to laptop, you are reducing the value of asset. Sir, why am I reducing? My logic is simple. Sir, how much I paid for laptop? 50. So my effective cost is only 50,000. So it should be valued at 50. So from 2 lakhs you are reducing 1,50,000. So credit laptop by how much? 1,50,000. I will reduce here by 1,50,000. So now the laptop closing balance will become 10,000. How many years left? 4 years left. So divided by 4. What is depreciation per year? 2,000. 2,005, not 25,000, 2,500. So year 2, my depreciation is 2,500 in this example. Are we correct or wrong? Why wrong? Next year?
Next time when you buy the laptop, you have to be received or not.
No. In this accounting, depreciation computation, is it correct? As per traditional methods that you know? Yes. This is an allowed method as per AS 12 and IND AS 20. It is allowed. We can do it. But what is the problem in this? First year depreciation is 20,000. You can see it right here. Second year it is 2,500. And we are only preparing our financial statements for giving a true end. Is this a true and fair view? No. This is just for one asset. My company has hundreds of assets. Plus there will be addition, deletion. If addition comes here, if deletion comes here, more complicated. But leave all that. If nothing is there also, depreciation comparability is not there. Users will not know what is happening. What last year you told 40,000, this year you are saying 2,500. I am not understanding anything. Are you getting it? Are you getting the challenge in the first method? Okay. Understood this accounting laptop to bank we are showing. Then bank to laptop. Because of the reduction over here, the asset value is decreased. Are you following, guys? Clear? This is one allowed method. If you look at this, monetary grant for depreciable asset. They are talking about depreciation, guys. Reduce from cost of asset. That means one accounting, what we did now is correct only. So first entry is laptop to bank, that is normal entry, nothing to do with IND AS. This entry is the key one. Grant entry, grant a bank account debit you already know. Credit what? Credit the asset. But what's the problem in this? Very evident over here. So I need to find a way, that I avoid this difference of depreciation, and that is how this deferred grant method comes into picture. Let's do it with the same example of laptop, but second alternative, and understand how this will not impact my books. In year 1, can I say it's the same depreciation just like this 40,000, because grant is coming only in year 2, correct guys? I have my laptop account of year 1, opening balance 2 lakhs minus depreciation 40,000, closing is 1,60,000 is my closing. Just, sir, ledger format you are not following, sir. No, I will not follow. It's just rough working. Okay, 1,60,000 is my closing. Now coming to year 2, entry when I received the grant. Entry is bank account debit. How much? 1,50,000. I will not credit the asset, because if I credit the asset, depreciation is impacted. I will rather credit something called deferred grant account for 1,50,000. Okay, so let me open a new account, deferred grant account, DG account and all. You don't write, guys. It is not an acceptable abbreviation. I will use like this lot of unacceptable abbreviations in class just to save time. One time I am giving disclaimer. Okay, deferred grant account, I will credit how much? By whatever, 1,50,000 by bank. Okay, 1,50,000. This is happening in year 2. So I am using red pen. Are you following, guys? Now I have to compute depreciation in year 2. What is the asset value? 1,60,000. What is the remaining life? 4 years. So I will divide by 4. How much it is now? 40,000 per year. So year 2 also my depreciation will be 40,000. Year 2 also my depreciation is 40,000. Are you following, guys? But what happens? This deferred grant is sitting in my reserves, correct? So now I will pass one entry in year 2. This deferred grant is my benefit for next how many years? 4 years, which I should transfer to P&L proportionately over the next 4 years. So I will pass entry deferred grant account debit to P&L account. What is the value? 1,50,000 divided by 4. So I will divide by 4. How much you are getting? 37,500. Get your calcs to every class, guys. I mean, now it's so fine, but I'm sure you always carry for all the exams. Sir, audit paper, sir, you will take it and go. Okay. Are you getting it? 37,500. So I will credit here 37,500. What is the net impact? 2,000. Same as previous method, but I am showing a better presentation. Debit 40, credit 37,500. So the YouTuber will not get confused. He will see both here 40. Okay, fine. Are you understanding, guys? Is it clear? What will happen to deferred income account? Look at this. First year you credited 1,50,000. You transfer to P&L how much? 37,500. How much is left now as closing balance end of first year? That end of the year 2. 1,12,000. This will be again transferred to P&L in the next 3 years as 37,500, 37,500, 37,500. Are you following? Hello? Clear? Now, the logic here is you transfer the benefit, the grant benefit. How much is the grant benefit in our illustration? 1 lakh 50 to the P&L proportionately. They do not tell in what ratio. Here we are doing it equally for all the 4 years. Why? Because depreciation is equal. Because we are following straight line method. That's the easy example I took. So because depreciation is 40, 40, 40, 40, the grant on the credit side will be 37,500, 37,500, 37,500, 37,500. Depreciation is for 5 years. First year will not have any grant. Okay. But if you are following the diminishing balance method, aka what method? WDV method, none of the standards in inter or final calls it WDV method. It's a colloquial term that we have built. The term is diminishing balance method. In that, depreciation every year will change. Then can the grant be same? Every year credit to P&L? No. Grant should also be in the same proportion of depreciation. Are you following, guys? We will do a sum in this. Sir, how can we do, sir? WDV will be a percentage. Every year 20%. So deferred grant also we will transfer every year 20%. Now let me ask you an MCQ question. Okay. If grant is accounted using deferred grant method and transferred to P&L using the WDV method, the grant balance, grant account, deferred grant account balance will never become zero. True or false? Let me give you an example. In this method, forget the sentence again. In deferred grant account, in this method, first year we credited 1,50,000, then you transferred 37,500, 37,500, 37,500, 37,500. So endly it becomes 0. I am saying if you transfer this in WDV method, this balance will never become 0. Is it true or false? True. Why? It's done on percent. That means WDV method 100 rupees assets, sir. First year 20%, 80. Next year 20%, 16. Then it becomes 64. Again 20%. How much? 12.8. If you keep reducing this, you keep doing forever, guys. It will never become 0. So then when it will become 0? When the asset's life is over. When asset life is over, you will remove the asset from books of disposal or retirement of asset or scrapping the asset. That time only this should also become 0. Are you following, guys? I will again repeat. Because in WDV method, asset will never become 0. Deferred grant also will never become 0. When the asset becomes 0, this also will become 0 by transferring whatever paisas, whatever is left to the P&L. Are you following logic, guys? Yes, Anand, doubt.
So if we have a laptop account, so it will include the grant laptops and also the normal laptops.
Correct.
So now when the deferred grant also will include, like if I have received different grants, I will be using the same.
Yes.
When the grant laptops are scrapped, now we have a different grant. Now we can't bifurcate exactly. So what will
Okay, so Anand's doubt is, sir, your example is one laptop, sir. So you will finish in class and go home. In exam, they will give 10 laptops. 3 laptops with grant, 3 without grant. In real life, there will be lakhs of assets. For everything, we will maintain the same PP or fixed asset register. So, or in other words, his question is, sir, the deferred grant account which you prepared, in your question only 1,50,000, but reality will have multiple grants. For example, if you see Indian Oil Corporation, yesterday we saw annual report, they are having so many grants, correct? That means they will have many balance in the grant account. Then how do we do the bifurcation, sir? How do we know which balance is for what? Working notes you should maintain. The Excel what you do for accounting, you will maintain breakup, working notes detailed. Who will maintain? After you clear CA, why you are going and working in the industry? When you go to industry, you will be put into grant accounting of IOCL, or you will be put into PP department. Industry also a specialization. Sir, I am an accountant in, let's say, IOCL, CA. Your work will be just to manage PP schedules. What we see in FS is the consolidated schedule. Each schedule will also have detailed breakup. Grant wise, asset wise, Excel will be maintained. Got it? Now is it clear? Okay. So in exam also, if there are multiple grants, each separate working like this, then take total of this grant account, take total of one more grant account, add everything, balance sheet. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Anybody else? Any other doubts?
Sir,
Yes.
in SLM also and WTV also, same like SLM we are proportionately reducing the grant. Even in WTV also, same like proportionately only grants are getting reduced.
In SLM, her doubt is SLM method, WDV method, how the grant is getting reduced. See, in SLM method, if it's 1,50,000, every year it reduces by 37,500 for next 4 years. So ending it becomes 0 because asset also becomes 0. In WDV method also we will reduce proportionately only. But let's say we are using WDV percentage of 20%. So every year I will reduce 20%. So reduce 30,000. In the first year you are left with 1,20,000. Again reduce 20%, 24,000. When I keep reducing every year, it will never become 0. That's all. Because of maths involved here. Clear? Yes. This one? This one? Yes.
So we are not recording the laptop and their fair value. So aren't we killing the heart of the standard?
No, we are recording at fair value only, no? Her doubt is, are we not recording laptop at fair value? It is at fair value. Look at this. First entry is 2 lakhs to bank. 2 lakhs is fair value only, no?
And we are reducing to 150 and now the value is 50,000, right?
Correct.
So it's not reflecting the fair value.
Because it's not reflecting the fair value only, second method is there.
So is the alternative one correct or?
That's what. In logically, all companies will follow alternative one, deferred grant method, because the other alternative has a lot of challenges or what to say, mistakes in it. Not, I won't say mistakes, it has lot of defects in the method. Like one defect what we just pointed out. So here instead of laptop, if it's only because of 2 lakhs minus 1,50,000, the laptop is becoming, in our example it's becoming, okay, 2 lakh minus 1 lakh is becoming 50,000, which is not the fair value, which is another defect, because our only depreciation is changing, because second year is reducing. So many defects in method 1, that's why method 2 all companies follow deferred grant only. Clear? Got it, Bhargavi? Anybody else? In exam? In exam they will tell which method to use. Otherwise you can go with the assumption, whichever method. But if you are taking assumption, don't take the assumption what is easy for you. Take the assumption which is more logical. Always remember. Take the assumption which is more reasonable and logical. If question is silent, in which method you will solve? Which one? Deferred grant method. If time is there, you can show in both. If time is there, otherwise you will just give a note. Are you following? Clear? Now, this problem, look at this, this problem of depreciation becoming from 40,000 to 2,500 and rectifying in the next method 40,000, 40 and 37,500 comes only if I have depreciation. Now, imagine my asset is a non-depreciable asset. Example, bike. Land, will take land, okay. Land is a non-depreciable asset. So my first entry will be asset account debit. Let's say I bought land for 10 lakhs to bank 10 lakhs. Asset to bank, how much guys? 10 lakhs. Now in this case, first entry is done. Second entry I am getting grant of 4 lakhs. Okay. So bank account debit how much? 4 lakhs. What to credit? One option is credit the asset 4 lakhs. Asset will be shown in the book set, which again Bhargavi will say, sir, it's not shown at fair value, which is a defect. But this is one method. But is it making sense to you? No. I mean, showing at 6 lakhs is not fair value accounting. So if you don't credit the asset, what can I credit? What can I credit? what to credit. If you credit deferred grant, should I take it back to my P&L again? Are you following? And if you are taking it back to the P&L, there will be only income. There will be no expense because this asset land does not have any depreciation. Are you getting it? Instead of laptop, if it becomes land, if I transfer to deferred grant, sir, transfer 4 lakhs to deferred grant, sir. Land, what is the useful life? What is the useful life of land? There is no useful life. It has forever life. So, how I will transfer to P&L now? There is no debit also. So, can I take it straight away to my reserves and surplus? Are you getting the difference? That's why for land they are saying, in simple they are saying, for non-depreciable assets, guys, they are saying amortize the grant on a systematic basis over the period of obligation of any appropriate ratio. They are not saying, see, they are leaving the option to us. They are not saying useful life. They can't say depreciation because depreciation is not there for land. So what they are saying, systematic basis over the period of obligation of any appropriate ratio. I will give an example for you to understand. Why did you get the grant? For what? To buy the land and do what? Construct business. Construction of business took me 5 years, then spread over 5 years. What is the purpose of the grant? And in that grant, if that grant was not given to you, how much money you would have spent in how many years? Maybe you would have spent 10 lakhs over next 10 years. So you amortize over next 10 years. Sir, if the grant was not given, I would have anyway spent the whole money in 1 year only, sir. Then transfer it in the same 1 year, but you have to give justification. Are you following? So he is not saying, in AS 12 it says transfer to capital reserve. In AS 12 in Inter, they will say transfer to capital reserves, take it straight away to reserves and surplus. Here we don't have that nonsense. It has to go hit my P&L, but in a systematic basis. So what they are saying, amortize the grant on a systematic basis over the period of the obligation on any appropriate ratio. Based on case, you transfer it. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Hello? Are you all with me? With this, we are done with the main accounting of grant for an asset. Now, if you can quickly revise, what we basically saw is monetary and non-monetary grant. Non-monetary grant free of cost, nominal value or fair value. Concessional, amount paid or fair value. Remember that laptop got for free, you paid 50,000 rupees. Depreciable asset, deferred grant method is where we spent most of the time in difference or reduced from cost of asset. Non-depreciable asset, the whole concept is different in IND AS, guys. You will transfer to deferred grant and then amortize in a systematic basis. Are you following? Clear? Are you all with me, guys? Can we proceed to few last miscellaneous concepts or do you want a break? Your choice. Okay, hello. What do you want? Continue. Okay. Yes, continue. Few miscellaneous concepts quickly. Okay. There are 3 miscellaneous concepts. One is called forgivable loan. Simple. We are forgiving that you are not able to repay. Mostly for farmers. They will tell flood came. Yes, they can't do anything. Flood came, their crops are destroyed. How farmers work? They take loan, cultivate crops, sell those crops, get money, repay the loan. Now flood came. They can't, the crops are destroyed. How will they repay? So many times you have seen government, okay, waive off the loan. So loan is waived off. It's a benefit for me now. What to do? Transfer that to my P&L. That's it. Look at this. These are loans where the repayment is waived off. Generally, repayment is waived off. Generally, the waiver comes with no conditions. Government will not tell, no, you just measure how much crops are left. It's just waived off and hence credited to the income statement. However, if there are conditions, amortize over the period. What condition? Government will tell, I won't waive off full loan now. I will waive off the loan over next 3 years. Then you transfer to P&L over next 3 years. Sir, what do you mean by transfer? When I took the loan, my entry was bank account debit to loan account, correct? So when I am repaying, the entry should be loan to bank, but I am not repaying now. I am not going to repay. Instead, benefit is transferred to your, that's all, transfer it to your P&L account. Is this clear, guys? Are you following? Transfer to P&L immediately now. If there are no conditions, if there are conditions, transfer over the life of the asset. Are you following, guys? Clear? This is one type of loan, one type of grant which is called forgivable loan. Simple. Following, guys. Any doubts? Next. Who is the promoter? Somebody who is setting up a business. Let's say Sachin Bansal for Flipkart, Sachin and Benny Bansal, Narayan Murthy for Infosys, initial people, Mark Zuckerberg for Facebook. Are you following, guys? They are the promoters. Promoter is somebody who needs money in the initial setup. If you don't have money, from where you will get money? From bank loan. Bank is not giving loan, then sometimes government will give money to set up business. Why will government give money to set up business? If Elon Musk is going to come to India to set up the Tesla factory, many state governments are saying, we will give you 30% cash to set up in my state. States will fight, come to Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu will say, Karnataka will say, come to Karnataka, Mumbai will say, come to Mumbai. So every state will fight for it to come to their state. Central government will try to give the best option. So government will sometimes give a grant to set up a business. So set up a business in backward areas, we will give you money. So this is called grant in the nature of promoter's contribution. One time they will give a lump sum amount, 200 crores, 100 crores, 10 crores government gives. How do you account this? Accounting is simple. Promoters, these are grants given by government considered as grants related to income and recognized in the statement on a systematic basis. Again, for all these three, this is just like land, guys. Just like land grant. What you did for land? Bank account debit to deferred grant account, correct? And then from deferred grant you transfer to P&L on what basis? Systematic basis. Even for promoters contribution, same thing. Bank to deferred grant to P&L on a systematic basis. Both these were different in inter. If you remember, you used to transfer them to capital reserve and leave it in reserves. What is wrong in that accounting? If you take it to capital reserve, it's a benefit directly taken to my reserves and surplus without showing the benefit in my income statement. The substance is wrong. Hey, how can my benefit not go to my P&L, guys? Income statement is to show benefit. Such a huge benefit you are getting. How can you take to capital reserve and not even show in profit? Are you getting it, guys? So IND AS says you take to P&L, pay tax also. We want tax. Joking, guys, but reality they are saying is, see, it's a benefit. But it's a benefit. This land and promoters contribution is a benefit, not for 1 year, for many years. So take it to deferred grant, which is in my reserves and surplus, and credit to P&L on a systematic basis. Are you guys following? Hello? Yes? All of you with me, guys? Last small concept which talks about grant received as part of a fiscal package or financial aid. What is this? Nirmala madam will tell in the budget. For next 5 years also, I think ma'am only will be there as finance minister. What they will say? If you belong to export industry, you will get 10,000 crores budget package from our side, subsidy will be given. If you are starting a company in Andhra Pradesh, I will give you Andhra Pradesh in agriculture, I will give you 15,000 crores as benefit for export. For export of cashew, I will give some benefit. Like that they keep giving lot of schemes, guys. Look at this as part of fiscal aid, as a financial aid. Example, export promotion capital goods scheme. These, for or another example, duty drawback given on capital goods. What is duty drawback? GST subject. Once you pay the GST, you will get like a refund. Am I right, guys? That's Judy Drabaka. Those kind of schemes. This also same logic. If you don't know in the standard what to do, amortize over the benefits received. I don't know, sir, what to account. I didn't study, sir, this standard. Amortize over the period. So let me give an example. Let's say I am a company in the manufacturing of auto sector and I am saying make in India. I am promoting make in India. Yeah, make in India. Okay. Now, government is saying if you are doing any make in India of auto products instead of importing from China, if you set up a plant like Ola Electric, setting up plant, I will give you 5,000 crores money to you. Copy the money, transfer to your account, send transfer. Scheme benefit given to you. It's a government fiscal aid or some financial aid given for some, for example, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. What is their work? We discussed in previous class. What's their work? To manufacture heavy defense goods. For that they are getting some aid. Now government is saying no, get ready for a war, or at least be ready for a war if it's coming or not. Please try to manufacture drones. Now drones is a new technology. Please manufacture do R&D in drones, for which I am giving you 5,000 crores. Within the next 3 years, please build one super technology drone which can be controlled using phone or remote itself. It can go and monitor. Now you got 5,000 crores for how many years? Next 3 years. Now this benefit entry will be bank account debit to deferred grant to P&L over the next 3 years. I'll give a simple example if you're not understanding. Modi ji, subsidy for gas cylinder subsidy is given. Who is giving us the gas cylinder subsidy? ONGC is giving to all the houses gas at, let's say, 50% discount. For example, who is compensating that money to ONGC? Central government. Now this money, ONGC, what entry they will pass? Bank account debit to deferred grant, and this subsidy is given to people in terms of gas discount for how many years? Let's say 3 years, then I will transfer this to P&L over the next 3 years. Are you following, guys? This is the concept of other grants. Are you understanding, guys? So what is left in the standards still? What is left? Only 2 more concepts. Accounting for loan at concessional rate and how to account for refund of the grant. Are you following? In recording, we will find this in the next recording. We will do sums for what is covered so far so that you will get more confidence. Before that, before we go for a short break, because I can take up both of these, it should not be like you are not understanding, it's too much of concepts. We will do concepts together, but we will do this in a separate session today only, today if possible, or next class, whatever. Come to IOCL. I told in the start of the class, you should be able to read this and understand what they are accounting. Now you see if you are able to account. Okay, these are notes. Note number 43, disclosure of government grants. Start of the standard I read, you found it blank. Now let's read. The group has received capital grant in respect of interest subsidy on loans taken from OIDB. The unamortized capital grant amounts to 10.99 crores. Last year it was 12 crores. That means this year you transfer how much to P&L? 12.13 minus 10.19. During the year, the group recognized 1.14 in the P&L as amortization of capital grant. Are you understanding now? They got benefit of some 12 crores which is being amortized in P&L. Clear? Take one more. Capital grant in respect of solar power. The group has received capital financial assistance from Ministry of Renewable whatever for how much? 3.59 last year. This year closing balance is 3.38. So I transferred to P&L 0.19. How I transferred? Detailed notes will tell what is the life of what is the systematic basis we can read and understand. Are you following us? Are you getting connect with the actual financial statements? One more do you want to see? Capital grant from Nepal government gave an Indian government company grant. What is it? Group has received from Nepal government waiver of local taxes procured locally in Nepal, import duty to the extent of 1.14 in statement of P&L, unamortized balance is 13.29, previous year it was 10.55. That means this year we recognized 1.44, last year it was 10.55, now it is extra, oh, they have received extra grant also. Now if you go to the income statement, if you just search for government grant, this is the cash flow statement. We will come to cash flow later. This is the first one, no? Where is it, the P&L? Liabilities. Now you will understand this better. In liabilities in the balance sheet, you can see non-current is 3519 this year, last year it was 31. This is the unamortized balance. This is the balance in deferred grant, correct? Same way current. Current means what? It is going to be amortized this year. Are you following now, guys? Next. Where is the P&L? These are some revenue grants. Let's look at some revenue grants. Means straight away it goes into your P&L account. Look at this. This we already saw. No. I don't think we saw. Duty drawback came. Let's read that. Just now we saw duty drawback, guys, in our book. We saw other grants, fiscal grants. Okay. Export on notified goods under MEIS claim. Some Nirmala ma'am scheme. Group has recognized 37 crores approximately. Last year was 47 crores on export notified under merchant exports from India scheme. Remission of duties. Duty drawback scheme in statement of P&L as revenue grant. That means this much duty drawback has given to me. What tax I paid has been refunded. So fully for this year taken as revenue grant. Are you following, guys? Understanding? How do we now? Are you able to genuinely connect with these terms, guys? Hello? Sure? Really? Can I believe you? Swati, yes. Swati's neighbor. Yes. Okay. Fine. So with this, we are done with all the concepts in the standard and practical connect. These two concepts, in fact, ONGC has loan at concessional rate. So we can discuss and connect with that, and refund is one DABA concept. Okay, we will see that in the end. We will go for a break, come back and do sums, guys. Fine. So we'll go for a 10 minutes break and see you all. Recording next video. Thank you. Okay. So hi guys, welcome back. Now we will do sums in IND AS 20 to the maximum extent possible. I will try to keep sums in separate videos, concepts in separate. Sorry. So our question bank, since is the first chapter where we are going to do sums, just to give you context, our question bank, we have split them into first chapter, so I am giving you explanation. We have split them into 4 sets. Did I show you the 4 sets? So it will have set A, set B, set C and set D. I spoke about this in the first class itself, but just I haven't shown the material that day, so I am showing that material now. What are the chapters in set A, set B, set C, set D, how it will be? Now this and what we are going to do in the printed version of it and the soft copy, set A and set B will be one book, around 500 pages. Set C and set D will be one book. That means in total you are going to have 2 books for working out problems, 1 concept book which I already told you, and 1 MCQ book, correct? How this 4 sets or the 2 books will be is, we will have an, let me just show you the index of every book. One more column here is missing, I will show it once we add that. Study mat full syllabus will be given over here, and here we will mark it as set 1 or set 2 or set 3 or set 4, whichever volume. So easy for you to find, no need to search, like unlike ICA study mat you have to search, easy to give index. And then index of this study mat. Okay, this is for set 1. You will get set 1 and set 2 together. So for every standard, the questions we have broken down into 3. Along with solution you have it. For example, if I take IND AS 20, what we are just seeing, first there will be ICAI illustrations, which we will do fully in our class. Then we will have test your knowledge, which is nothing but book back questions in ICAI, that also we will do fully. So ICAI we will cover full 100%. From this RTP, MTP question bank question papers of last 5 attempts all put together, then every standard will have 40 sums. Then if I solve 40 sums for every standard, we might need 400 hours. I am not joking, really. 40 sums in IND AS 20 if I do, then consolidation I should do I don't know how many sums. I am talking about all this. So this too we will cover 100%. So then what about RTP, MTP and question papers? In the main lectures, in our base class of 250 hours, target is to finish in that. We will finish these two, and from RTP, MTP and past question papers, we will do a few selected questions which I feel are good ones, because some questions will repeat over here, that you will do as practice. Are you following, guys? But you will have the questions which you will practice. You offline students, if you tell me, sir, these questions also are difficult, then we will do them. So what we will do, your recording will be of 3 parts. Concepts is 1 recording, illustrations, test your knowledge is 1 recording, which we will cover in class. Additionally, this RTP, MTP question papers, we will do in a separate set of discussion for every 5 standards together or every 10 standards together. So it will be like a practice for you. Is that fine, guys? Are you getting it? Hello? Clear? Okay. Now we will come back to IND AS 20. Now our agenda will be to at least complete ICAI illustrations minimum of this standard. I already named this book for you guys, if you remember. Concept book, what are we calling it? FR, of course, IND AS Intelligence. Today we are going to name these 2 books. Okay, these 2 books, guys. So these 2 books, what are you going to do? Practice. You are going to practice 2 books. Okay, so we are going to call it P square. Okay, sir, what, sir? P square? No, let's come to it. Let me explain the meaning of this P square. 1 P stands for practice, but how many books, sir? 2 books. If you practice 2 books, what will happen? Your preparation and presentation of financial statements will get good. Why are you studying financial reporting? The objective of financial reporting accounts is true and fair view of preparation and presentation of financial statements. So you need to be good in preparation and presentation. P square. So you will practice 2 books which will lead to preparation and presentation of financial statement. That's why we are calling it P square. Are you following, guys? Okay. This is not ChatGPT. Okay. For clear? This yesterday myself and Ramarsa sir were discussing. Sir, I have named intelligence, sir. Do you have any ideas? Then Ramarsa sir told preparation, presentation. Then I thought, okay, yes, practice. 2 books together we coin P square. So it's called P square FR practice book. The whole name is going to be FR P square Pro or P square practice Pro. Which one do you like? Pro Max I don't want to bring, or you want to remove Pro, your choice, we will decide. P square Pro or P square practice Pro? P square Pro, that is better, huh? So P square Pro, where P is for practicing 2 books and also for presentation and preparation, whatever. Again, P square AI. Okay, fine, thank you. The name okay, guys? Are you approving this name? Yes, hello. Approve pandringla Shiva. Okay. Practice manual only ICAI kept, no, for whole syllabus. So you want something new. MCQ is left. Let me think. I have few options in mind like rapid fire MCQ and all. I am not satisfied with those names. Something like multiple choice mastery, one name I saw. I am still trying to find one good name because we are going to use this for rest of our FR. Okay. Previous batch, no, I took previous batch but never had a name. Concept book, practice book, that's it I gave. I thought okay, students like these names, so we should also build it. So intelligence and P square, done. MCQ I will tell you in some other class, fine. Now we will come back to, if you have any ideas for MCQs, do share guys. Okay. Now coming to IND AS 20, today our target is to finish illustration questions. I know few concepts are pending, those who are watching offline. We have that refund and loan and concessional rate, which we will do it in next session, recording it will anyway get added. So this is part 1 of our solving questions of IND AS 20. Quickly guys, let's not waste much time. You will read the question and we will discuss the answer together. Since you offline don't have the book still with you, you can read over here itself. First, visible, government gives a grant of 10 lakhs for past research. Keyword is past. Now idea is not me solving like how you solve. We will read and focus on keywords. Okay, past research of H&N vaccine to a pharmaceutical limited. There is no condition attached to the grant. To account for grant, there were conditions also. If there are conditions, we have to amortize. So how to account this? Past condition, no more condition. Therefore, fully in the P&L same year should be recognized immediately in the P&L full amount. Are you following? Next, illustration 2. Government gives a grant of 10 lakhs for same vaccine purpose for a pharmaceutical company, even though similar vaccines are available in the market but are expensive. Okay, unrelated point. The entity has to ensure by developing manufacturing process over a period of 2 years that the cost come down by at least. That means they are trying to say already a vaccine is there, I want to build for next 2 years. Examine how the government grant should be recognized, and they are saying there is reasonable assurance that the conditions will be complied. Why is this sentence important? In IND AS 20 we would have seen to account, to pass the entry, I told you where the grant which I received, 2 important conditions we saw. Reasonable assurance that the grant will be received and I will comply with the conditions. This point only he is emphasizing over here. Reasonable assurance, look at this. Reasonable assurance that conditions will be complied. Are you getting it guys? Clear? So how to account this? So can I account? Yes, because it meets the condition. Account for how many years? Next 2 years. What to do with 40%? Nothing, it's just to confuse you. That cost is going to come down by 40%. Are you following? These are simple questions. As we keep going in the standard, you will get everything. Next, illustration 3. A village of artisans in the district got devastated because of an earthquake, unfortunate. A Limited was operating in that district, the company was there, providing employment to those artisans. Government gave a grant of 10 lakhs to A Limited, so they are rehabilitated, they are giving the new accommodation etc. Over a period of 3 years, government releases 2 lakhs. How to account this grant? What, first of all, is this government grant or assistance? Government grant or assistance, grant, resources transferred. Within grant, this is asset or income? It's not to build an asset, it's income. Income for something that happened in the past to rehab them, but the period is for next 3 years. Therefore, this 10 lakhs will be a deferred income and amortized over the next 3 years. Sir, but I got only 2 lakhs, what to do with 2 lakhs? Follow, let me explain this. When you receive the grant, follow guys, look at this, how beautiful the question is. Here it will be government grant receivable account debit 10 lakhs to deferred grant 10 lakhs, because always we debited bank, here yet to get, so receivable. Next entry, this deferred grant of 10 lakhs will be transferred to P&L over 3 years. So it will be 3.33 lakhs for each year, and then separately you will pass whenever the money is received, bank account debit to grant receivable account. Are you guys following the entries? They didn't ask entries, but we don't follow cash basis, we follow accrual. Since there's reasonable certainty grant will be received, we are accounting taking to income, receipt is accounted separately. Are you following, guys? Easy. If I am going fast, please tell me, guys. See, the idea is within the time that we have, I can extend, guys. 250 hours we are planning, I can go to 300, 350, I can go to 400 hours also. FR class is going for 400, 450 hours, we can take that much time. But idea is, today attention span reels, the time that we have, we want it to be, movie itself goes 3 hours, now you are getting angry. So I wanted to bring it down, so I will be fast when it comes to questions which are easy. So if you feel, sir, explain again, you should only tell me. Okay, fine. IND AS 37 provisions, contingent liability, contingent asset, we will discuss later when we go there, because here they are talking about conditions are there, correct, there are some conditions. If you don't, why this standard is coming, if you account it and if you don't follow the condition, money has to be refunded. Even in the previous question actually, if the conditions are not met, money has to be refunded. Therefore, whenever condition comes, the grant will also be treated as a contingent liability, which you can write in almost every answer. As per IND AS 37, if the conditions are not met, you have to pay contingent liability. Clear, guys? Next, question 4 is the beautiful question, guys. We are ready to solve. In fact, I thought I will do it today only. Very nice question, which talks about loans at concessional rate. Since I am yet to do the concept, we will discuss this in detail in the immediate next class. 4 and 5 relates to that. Let's go to 6. A Limited wants to establish a manufacturing unit in a backward area. Okay, thank you. Requires 5 acres of land. Government provides land on leasehold basis at nominal value of 10,000 per acre and the fair value is 1 lakh per acre. First you have to ask yourself in every question, is this a government grant? Yes, government is giving. Grant or assistance? Grant. Within grant, asset or income? Asset, land. So within asset, it's monetary or non-monetary? What is this? Monetary or non-monetary? Look at this. Government provides the land at a leasehold basis at a nominal value of 10,000 per acre, where the fair value is this. Here they are not talking about payment, so you can be even concessional value where you are supposed to pay 1 lakh per acre, you are paying only 10,000. Calculate the amount of grant to be recognized by the entity. Or if they paid, that means they paid, okay, it looks like they have paid how much? 10,000. Now what will be my entry? Look at this. Entry will be land account debit, because I am getting land. So non-monetary grant, that means it is a non-monetary grant for which you are paying. See, they are not giving you cash to buy. Are they giving you cash to buy the land? No, they are directly giving you land. Therefore, this is a grant related to asset, which is a non-monetary grant. Concessional, okay. Land account debit to bank. Follow. How much I paid? 10,000 per acre. How many acres? So I paid how much? 50,000, which is 5 acres into 10,000. But can I account the land at 10,000? No. We are using what method of accounting? Fair value method of accounting. So what is, even though you paid concessional, the standard talks about fair value. So you have to account at what price? You have to account at 5 lakhs, because it is 5 acres into 1 lakh. Therefore, you will account at 5 lakhs. Therefore, what is left? 2 deferred grant account. How much? 4 lakh 50. So something worth 5 lakhs, I paid only 50,000. So difference of 4 lakh 50 is deferred grant. This will be transferred to P&L on what basis? On a systematic basis. Are you guys able to follow? Easier? Understanding, guys? Clear? That is what they said. You recognize it, 5 lakhs. Now Bhargavi might have a doubt. Sir, standard is giving option. No, sir. This is not mandatory. The other option is what? Directly you recognize land to bank at the concessional value instead of fair value. So land account debit 50,000 to bank 50,000. I can record like this also. Yes, this is another second alternative. Are you guys following? All of you with me, guys? Okay. That is what they are saying, you can record even at 50,000. Are you all with me, guys? Understanding? Anybody has a doubt? Can we proceed? Sure. Next. You will answer this. I will give the time. Recording also will try to answer. A Limited establishes solar panels to supply solar electricity to its manufacturing plant. The cost of solar panels is 1 crore or 10 crores, sir. 1 crore with a useful life of 10 years. Depreciation is provided on straight line method. That means each year depreciation will be 1 crore divided by 10 years, which is 10 lakhs depreciation per year. The government gives 50 lakhs as subsidy, half subsidy they give. Examine how the grant has to be recognized. You have two options. So first you purchase solar panel. So entry is solar panel to bank 1 crore, 1 crore. Entry 1. Entry 2 will be bank account debit. 2, you have two options. I can credit either to solar panel 50 lakhs. So my revised solar panel will become 50 lakhs divided by 10 years. Depreciation will be 5 lakhs per year. Or you can also credit what? The most logical one. Deferred grant account. How much? 50 lakhs. So that time solar panel will remain at 1 crore divided by 10 years. You will depreciate at 10 lakhs each year. That means simple, guys. Option 1. Depreciation will be 10 lakhs. Income will be 5 lakhs because it is 50 lakhs divided by 10 years deferred grant. Or option 2. What is the option 2? You show 10 lakhs. No, because you are setting off with the solar panel. So depreciation itself will be 5 lakhs. Are you really following, guys? I am fast here. I am not trying to do journal 1, journal 2, journal 3. I am being in marathon speed because it's easy. Are you following? Sure? 100%, guys. Sure are following. Purida ma'am. Okay. So look at this. A Limited will set up 50 lakhs as deferred income and will credit 5 lakhs equally to its statement of P&L over the next 10 years. That's what we did here. 10 lakhs, credit deferred income 50 lakhs, transfer 5 lakhs over the next 10 years. Or alternatively, deduct 50 lakhs from cost of solar panel of 1 crore. So revised depreciation will become 5 lakhs for the next 10 years. Behind Rishabh, your name? Sure are following? Illustration 8. I am yet to teach this concept. Okay, when I teach I will get that, but since we are yet, okay, we will discuss the concept here, small concept only. Take solar panel itself. How much you got? 1 crore is what you spent, what you paid. Okay. Sometimes in the sums video also, small concepts I will add, but remind me, in concept when I go to end I will finish this. Okay. 1 crore is paid. Grant came is, so net money I spent is 50 lakhs is the outflow. This is outflow, sorry, this is inflow, correct? So this is net outflow. This 50 lakhs is an inflow, this is an outflow. While preparing cash flow statement, will I show outflow 50 lakhs or will I show outflow 1 crore, inflow 50 lakhs? Will you show in the cash flow statement plus 1 crore and minus 50 lakhs, or will you show in cash flow straight away outflow 50 lakhs? Which one? Option 1, show the inflow and outflow separately, or net off and show only outflow and cash flow. If you do net off, see, cash flow is to know movement of cash. Then if you can net off, I can net off everything, no? and don't show cash flow. See, if loan taken 10 lakhs, loan repaid 2 lakhs. In cash flow you will do 10 minus 2 or you will show net loan repaid 8 lakhs, sir. 10 minus 2. Cash flow needs both inflow and outflow. So the question is, in the above question, when you get 1 crore and 50 lakhs, will you show it net off or separately? You have to disclose them separately. In concepts again I will revise that. So A Limited will show 1 crore being the acquisition of solar panels and outflow in investing. Receipt of 50 lakhs will also be shown under inflow in investing activities. We are yet to do cash flow at this point, but I think all of you know cash flow statement. They have 3 activities: operating, investing and financing. This is not operating, this is not financing, it's investing into solar panels. Are you following, guys? Clear? Next, last 2 questions. Can we proceed? Hello? Illustration 9. A Limited received a government grant for 10 lakhs to defray expenses for environmental protection. Okay. Expected environment cost to be incurred is 3 lakhs per annum for the next 5 years. For next 5 years this is going to come. We are going to incur 3 lakhs for next 5 years. That means we are going to incur totally 5 into 3, 15 lakhs, but I am going to get only 10 lakhs. Determine the grant related to income. He is saying this is an income grant. How to account this? How to account? Okay, I will show you 2 options. You tell me which one you prefer. What is my expense? 15 lakhs overall basis, and the grant is okay. Net expense. One option is to show expense separately, income separately. Second option is to show only net expense. This is gross. So show it to me on a net level, year level. This is for how many years? 5 years. Let me do for 1 year. Okay, let me do it for 1 year. Okay, year 1, option 1, option 2. 1 year means divide everything by 5. So this will be 3 lakhs, this will be 2 lakhs, or this will be 1 lakh. So my question is, should I show 3 lakhs expense separately and deferred grant income 2 lakhs separately, or show net expense 1 lakh separately? Both are correct. You can show separately or net off, but accounting should be deferred. Can I take full 10 lakhs to P&L same year? No. Benefit is for 5 years, so we will defer for 5 years. So when I receive the 10 lakh, what entry my entity will pass for this 10 lakhs? Bank account debit 10 lakhs to deferred grant 10 lakhs. The transfer entry only is of 2 choices. What is the transfer entry, guys? Deferred, this side if I write, they may not be able to see. So deferred grant to P&L 2 lakhs or deferred grant to the respective expense 2 lakhs. Are you following, guys? So if you take to P&L 2 lakhs, it is coming to P&L 2 lakhs. If you take deferred grant to respective expense, you are doing here itself 3 minus 2. So net is 1. Are you guys able to follow? Everybody understanding, guys? That's what we are doing here. Clear? Hello? Following, guys? Journey, understanding? Sure? Next. That's what they are saying. Credit the statement or deduction from related expense. This is 3 minus 2. This is 3 separate, 2 separate.
If you are getting 2 government grants, can we show one net off and one gross?
Okay. His question is, before I go to next one, sir, if I get 2 government grants, can I show one like this and one like this? Question back to you. If you have 2 kids in the future, should I follow up the question? For one kid, you will give iPhone, other kid Redmi, Micromax phone. Will you do that? No. Why? Consistency, treat equally. Same thing over here. Got it? You got the answer? You can do. Justification. Sir, I don't like one son, sir. Stupid fellow, torturing me. Buy Micromax. I like the other guy. I will give him more. So if you do separately, you give justification. But that's how it will be. Okay, clear? Feel free to ask the doubts. Don't get scared. You ask the doubts. I am just trying to explain in a way so that you understand more easily. Last question for the day, illustration 10. Easy one, question looks big, that's all. A Limited has received a grant of 10 crores, correct? 10 lakhs or 1 crore? 10 crores. In the year 21-22 from local government in the form of subsidy for selling goods at lower price. Okay, this one I will just pause it, I will do in the next class. Why? Because this talks about refund. I am yet to teach you refund, so I can't do refund. So what we have left in IND AS 20, recording it will be ordered differently guys, we just have few concepts and few sums. Recording concepts will be there separately, sums will be there separately. Are you guys following? So just to give context, you have two concepts left, loan at concessional rate and refund, and we have sums related to this. Are you following guys? And then we have your test your knowledge question. With that we will end this discussion guys. Thank you. Yeah, hi guys, good morning again. Yeah, today we will continue and quickly complete first IND AS 20 government grants. We predominantly had two big concepts left in the standard if you remember. One was interest on loan taken at concessional value, and second one was concept of refund. Okay, first let me finish off the refund concept, which is very easy, and then I will go to the next one. Okay, fine. Yeah, now why will grant be refunded? Why will a grant be refunded? If conditions are not met. Understand, grant is not free money. I mean, it is free money given by government, but not as free to get, in the sense government is giving free water or let's say free food that anybody can stand in line and get. Grant, to get itself there are some conditions pre and there are some conditions post, mostly. So only few people eligible can apply, and once you get, there are some conditions. Otherwise people will use this money for personal use. Point is development or some benefit. Okay, if those conditions are not met, pre-conditions not met na grant kudukka maata, he will not even give the grant, correct? Those post conditions after giving grant, if they are not met, you have to refund the grant, that's it. What are the examples of some post conditions? Just some examples for knowledge. They will tell you have to give employment for at least 1,000 employees from the local area. Something about debt equity ratio, it can be there. Something about spending that money, you should spend only for those points, they will tell. You should not spend for marketing. Like that, each grant will have their own conditions which the government will decide. Fine. For us that is not important now. How do I account? How do I account guys? Refund. All this last 1.5 2 hours, how much time it took, we saw how to account for a grant. So grant we had monetary grant, non-monetary, then again we saw class asset, then income, all different. If you see broad classification, asset, income. Under asset we have monetary, non-monetary. What is the entry for refund? Very simple. Standard finishes off in one line. Whatever entry you passed when you accounted grant, reverse that, as if that entry never took place in the books. For example, tell me what entry I will pass for an income grant, electricity reimbursement, they gave grant. What is the entry? Bank account debit to P&L, or other option was crediting electricity. Remember guys, if the grant is refunded for whatever reason, we saw just now why it will be refunded. Opposite. What is it? P&L account debit to bank. Sir, but the only problem here is this entry, the base entry and the reversal entry, will it be in the same financial year? No, it will be in different financial year. So impact will go to two different financial years. It's okay. In this financial year, income was higher up comparatively to other years, little higher because you got grant. This year it will be lower. That's it. Are you following, guys? When you got the grant, you are rewarded, so more income. When you refunded, you are punished, so less income. That's it. So whatever grant, guys, let's take some other grant that you are aware of. Let's say, just now we saw one example, grant related to income, correct? You already know the whole entries, just opposite. Grant related to asset. Asset, guys. Tell me some entry for grant. I got money for buying laptop. Entry would have been bank account debit to what? Money for buying laptop. Okay, or in other words, let's say you got free laptop itself first. Free laptop. What is the entry? Laptop to bank. Or you got laptop at concessional value. 2 lakhs laptop you paid only 50. Or we'll do one thing. Let's go and see examples we saw in previous class. So you will be able to connect better. Okay. Super. Okay. If you remember solar panel. Okay. Perfect. Yesterday's class we saw solar panel one question. When grant came, when we purchased the solar panel to bank 1 crore, correct? Later we got refund how much? Sorry, grant how much? 50 lakhs. Entry was bank to solar panel. If the grant is refunded, again entry will be solar panel to bank. I will again add back to the grant. Are you following? Then next, this is one more entry, one more question, where land was purchased at a discount, concessional value. These are all study mat questions, illustrations. Okay, land of 5 lakhs, we paid only 50,000. That question. Therefore, deferred grant is 4,50,000. Correct? Or the other option, if you are accounting at fair value, the other option is accounting at concessional value. Now, if the grant is being refunded, for this what will be the entry? Bank to land. That's it. It will be bank to land. Are you following, guys? Clear? So simple. Straight away opposite. Sir, what about this entry? If there is a refund, what is happening? If there is a refund here, what happens? In this case, you will refund how much? 50,000. I will refund the land. You paid how much here? You paid 50 and you got the land. Now you have to return the asset. They are asking the land back. Hello, what he will do with you paid 50. See, land of 5 lakhs, you paid 50,000 and got. That only was the entry, land to bank. If you are returning, entry will be bank to land. Why? Because you return the land, he will give the money back. It has to be fair. Correct? Now what about this entry? Same thing. Return opposite entry. What is the opposite entry? Deferred grant account. Debit how much? 4,50,000. Then bank account debit how much? 50,000 to land 5 lakhs. That's it. Are you following? See, we learnt in the entire time now what is the entry we pass for grant. Now reversal means just reversal for refund. But only one problem here. What if in this deferred grant balance is not 4,50,000? Possibility is there. Because from deferred grant every year I will transfer to P&L. So I am only doing refund after few years. So imagine instead of 4,50,000 only 3,50,000 is there. What to do? Debit 3,50,000. How much is not there? That I will debit what? P&L. Why? Because this money was transferred where? P&L. Are you following, guys? So to summarize refund, in fact I don't take refund this much longer even in inter-class. Okay. Very simple, guys. For refund of grant, you just have to reverse original entry. That's all. This is the one line conclusion. In this, the catch is, if you are having deferred grant account credit balance, this also you will debit. But if the balance is not sufficient, the deficit you will go to where, guys? P&L debit. Why? This was earlier transferred to P&L. That's it, over. Refund concept is done. We will do a few questions. Are you all understanding? If you go to our material, refund of grant, I gave notes, but this simple words is the answer, guys. This left hand side, can you see simple words? In fact, I shouldn't have spent even this much time. Simple words, you reverse the entry what was passed earlier. Yes, doubt?
If it is a depreciable asset, even you have to reverse the depreciation.
No. We only reverse the existing balances. What is there in the balance sheet? Depreciation is already accounted to my P&L. We will not reverse the depreciation. Okay. Now, refund of grant. Two types of grant we have. Income grant and asset grant. Just for summary, for your satisfaction only, these notes are there. Otherwise, no need. Earlier credited to income statement. Now debit P&L, other income statement. Next. Taken as deferred grant. Very good. Thank you. 99% of grants will be taken as deferred grant. Yesterday we saw IOCL, FS. Everything was deferred grant. Correct? Now, reverse unamortized balance first. That means whatever balance is there in deferred grant, you reverse that first. And debit P&L for the balance. Excellent. Asset, deducted from the asset. If the asset accounting is deducted from asset, add refund to the carrying amount of the grant. That means if asset I purchase for that solar panel example, that solar panel value decreased after getting grant, while reversing again solar panel value increased. That's all. Are you following, guys? That's it for refund. Quickly let us go to our illustration. Yesterday or previous class, those who were seeing, we would have done illustrations. I know in recording concepts will be separate, illustrations will be separate, except this. So there we would have seen what? Illustration we would have kept on hold because it's refund. Quickly we finish this means refund is done. A Limited has received a grant of 10 lakhs in the year 21-22 from local government in form of subsidy for selling goods at lower price to lower income group population in a particular area for 2 years. So to sell some goods at low selling price for lower income goods, government gave grant for 2 years. Tomatoes are 30 rupees per kg. No. In this locality, you sell for 5 rupees per kg. Difference I will compensate. Understood? A Limited has accounted for the grant as income in the year 21-22. While accounting for the grant in the year 21-22, A Limited was reasonably assured that all conditions will be complied. See, future conditions, that's the whole point. I believe I will satisfy that. However, in the year 25-26, way in the future, after 4-5 years, correct? From 21-22 it is 25-26. It was found that A Limited has not complied with other above conditions. Instead of giving the benefit to the low income group, they ate it. A Limited. Okay. Therefore, notice, government gave notice. Could refund was given to the company. A Limited has contested but lost in the court. First of all, grant if 1000 people apply, some 100 companies may get. In that, refund means 5 companies. So percentage of refund is very, very low. Okay. Now they are saying the accounting done in the previous year was not correct and hence not an error as per IND AS 8. We are yet to see IND AS 8, but very simple standards which talks about prior period items over there. Analyze how the refund should be repayable in financial statement. Simple. Can you tell me entry for this? Entry. When I received the grant, what I would have passed entry? Whenever refund comes, think about what you would have passed when you received the grant. In this case, when I received, I would have passed bank account debit to deferred income account, and later I would have passed the deferred income to P&L because grant was for how many years? That means I would have already transferred all the benefits to my P&L. Now we are in the year 25-26, way in the future, 4 years from when we received the grant. Therefore, how much is there in deferred income? Nothing, 0. Now what is the entry for reversal? P&L to bank. How much amount? 10 crores. Sorry, I told 10 lakhs and 10 crores. Are you following, guys? That's it. Repayable of government, P&L, I will debit 10 to bank. Net entry is what, guys? P&L to bank 10. He is creating a liability, guys. P&L account debit to grant payable to bank. Create a liability, make the settlement. Are you guys following? That's it. Clear? Sir, what if in this question deferred grant has a balance of 3 crores? Then what will be entry? Deferred grant account debit 3, P&L account debit 7, 2. Bank how much? 10. Are you following, guys? Clear? Are you all very clear, guys? Hello? Okay, that's it. With this we are done with refund of grant. If I go to our notes, see in our concept discussion, it is going to be more of concepts and illustrations. We are still going to test your knowledge sums, extra RTP and all. There we will get more practice. Okay, fine. Now let's quickly look disclosures and all. You will always go through, guys. I won't spend much time on disclosure unless it's necessary. You think what will be disclosure? What grant I received, for what purpose I used, how much balance is there in deferred grant. We saw yesterday notes IOCL. That's all. Okay. Other key notes means some small concepts. This we saw illustrations of yesterday. First one. Look at this. Point 3, this we finished. Disclosure of grant in cash flow statement should be only in gross and not net. Yesterday we saw if I received 10 lakhs and I refunded 2 lakhs, you should not show net 8. You should show both separately. Are you following, guys? Clear. Next, 2 small points, very self-explanatory. Let me quickly finish. Where a grant is received for an asset under construction. Let's say government has given you grant for what purpose? For constructing an asset under construction. Can you give me an example? Plantain? I want specific examples, not general terms. Specifically. Specific. Okay, government wants within the next 10 years to shift all vehicles in India from auto, petrol, diesel to electric. Already in the year 2030, by 2030, EU, European Union in Europe has passed the law 2030 or 2035 that no car in the European continent should be petrol, diesel. Everything should shift to electric. Okay. So government is doing lot of measures in India also. So let's say government has given a grant for Ola. Okay. Ola is always trending. Okay. Share price will keep going up. But company has made a new record recently for receiving the highest number of complaints in a day. Leave that. So Ola is now shifting some, building the biggest EV factory in India. For that government is giving some money. Okay, I will also give you 500 crores from my side. You build a EV. Okay. Now, I got the money to build, but factory is yet to be built. Ola is now only going to start construction of the biggest factory. Okay. Now my question is, can I start amortizing benefits to my P&L now itself? Let's say I got the grant in 2025. Construction of factory, biggest EV factory will get over only in the year 2028. Okay. That benefit grant, should I transfer to P&L from 2026 or from 2028? 2028. Logic. Only when the construction is completed, start transferring the benefits. More simpler logic. When will you start charging depreciation? When asset is ready to use. So grant also will be transferred when asset is ready to use. That only is this point. Where grant is received for asset under construction, amortization will start only when asset is ready to use. The word ready to use is very, very important. Okay. Fire extinguisher is always ready to use. You can't tell, I did not use, so I won't charge depreciation. It is good that you did not use. It is ready to use. Okay. Following. Next, last one. Government assistance to operate in a particular industry or recently privatized industry or to continue business in an underdeveloped area is also included. Let me give an example. Now they are saying government assistance to operate in a particular industry or recently privatized industry. For example, I'll give a classic example to understand this. Railways or electricity, who will provide in India? Government. Government only provides railway electricity. But do you know that there is private railways and private electricity also in India? Are you aware? In Mumbai, who supplies electricity? Tata Power. You can buy electricity from the government or private company, public company. Only in Tamil Nadu for us it's TNEB. In few states in North India, private, apart from government, public companies like Tata Power give supply electricity to your house. So Tata Power got permission to supply electricity. Can I go start? No, they won't get. So example of government assistance. Railway also, do you know there's private railway? It is there, private trains are there for a few companies provide that. So they got the permission, so it is government assistance. Are you following guys? Clear? Understanding? These are some small points. If you search in study mat, you can find where it is. Somewhere in one line it will be there. So we are clearing. Maybe MCQ if it comes. These 3 dabbas points, even questions very rarely tested. Okay. With this we are done with the whole standard except the last concept, loan at concessional rate. If I finish that, we can close this standard. Okay. Topic is very simple. Let me finish off the topic in 2 minutes. We are going to do a sum to understand this in detail. Beautiful concept. Okay. Let's say I have taken loan of 10 lakhs from government, because the standard talks about loan at concessional value from government. If you take it market price, nothing to worry. Government has given me the loan at 6%. Government, same loan in the market, if I get, I have to pay 10%. Are you following guys? Now, because of this, now follow very carefully. I am not doing the sum. We will do a sum and understand. Concept is very easy. Okay. Is this a grant? Yes. Because every year how much you are saving? 4%. Can we quantify that? 10 lakhs means you have to, 10% means you have to pay 1 lakh interest. 6% means you have to pay 60,000 interest. That means you are saving 40,000. So this I will take to my credit of P&L. That's it. Every year I am saving how much? 40,000, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000 credit to my P&L. Okay. That is normal accounting if you are an intern. But this standard read along with your IND AS 109 financial instrument says a simple logic. You are correct, but interest is not paid only in this year. Interest is paid in, let's say this loan is for 5 years. So interest is paid for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. You are saving 40,000 into 5. You saved 2 lakhs. If you take full 2 lakhs to P&L, we are a fool. We are following IND AS. No. IND AS says most important, give importance to time value of money. Correct? Are you following guys? So it says 2 lakhs is the value in terms of absolute number, but not the actual benefit, because 40,000 you are going to save in year 5 is equal to something else in year 1. So you find out grant and account for it. Account for it in what way? In a discounted manner. Are you following? For this, what we are going to do is, I will teach you with a sum itself. It's easier. We have 2 sums. I will teach you a sum. Again, there is a detailed concept, so I have intelligent explanation for this, full in detail, but we will come to this ending. Now if you see, it will be complicated. Once I finish the sum, we will come to this. It will be very, very easy for you. Okay. Illustration number 4. Okay. Maybe in this standard, if there is anything where you need some support to learn, it is this question only. So far everything is self-study only guys. This is also a self-study, but little more help may be needed. Are you following? Did you get the concept here? Background understood? With sum I will explain the whole thing. This sum I am not going to solve. I am going to use the solution and make some changes here and there for us to understand. Are you with me guys? Hello? Okay. Follow. A Limited received from government loan of 50 lakhs at 5% payable after 5 years in a bullet payment. Bullet payment. Are they going to shoot you? What is this bullet payment? In one shot. That means they are trying to make the sum easy for you. What they are saying, the principal component of 50 lakhs is not paid now. It is paid at the end of the 5 years. That means every year I will pay only interest. How much is that? 50 lakhs into 5%. How much guys? How much? 2,50,000 with calculator or without calculator, same answer. Correct? Okay. Do you need calculator for this guys? We will do one thing. Everybody recording who are looking for calculator or who couldn't answer within 1 second. Kaushab told in 1 second. Others I didn't hear. We will go to class 9th. Opposite one school is there, or virtually we will go to join one class 9 and ask those class 9 students, or if you have siblings Or if you have neighbors, you find a class 9 student, school student you find guys, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Ask them 50 lakhs into 5%. I will quit teaching if they are not able to answer. Will they be able to answer? Hello? In how many seconds? You are in CA final. Why do you need Calci? Why Calci guys? Because in fact even CA foundation students are better than you. CA Int are little better than you. We are in final. Articles full of Calci. We are used to using Calci that even if I ask you 7 into 6, you will put the Calci. If in the flow, if you are in the flow in office, you will put the Calci. What happens is, when you go tomorrow after qualifying to client, in front of client, if you are using calculator, you can't charge 1 lakh fees, income tax. Without calculator, client will tell, my income is 20 lakhs, this he will tell items, you will tell, okay sir, you will just do mind computation, your tax must be roughly around 25,000. He will be shocked. You can quote 2 lakhs fees. So these things matter guys. You just have to at least show off. Outside world, don't use it. Exam, class we will use. But at least ensure outside you carry that. Come back to this, 2 lakh 50. The prevailing market rate is interest is 12%. So I got a benefit of 7%. But I can't directly apply 7%. Interest is payable regularly at the end of each year. Calculate government grant and pass necessary journal entry for recognition of the grant. Leave this dabba. What I am going to do first, I am hoping all of you know here what is present value, how to find present value. Either you have studied in foundation maths or inter FM or final AFM also is there. I am sure I am not going to teach that in our class. Okay. So what I am going to do is, totally what is the cash outflow in this question. Year 1, 2 lakh 50. Year 2, 2 lakh 50. Year 3, 2 lakh 50, year 4 2 lakh 50 and year 5 2 lakh 50 plus 50 lakhs, correct, end of each year. So 52 lakh 50,000. The total of this quickly how much guys? How much will this be? 62 lakhs 50,000. Okay, this is the total without Calci, with Calci, whatever. Okay, this is the cash I am going to pay and this is what is payable when the interest is 5%. Okay, correct. But interest for others is 12%. I will tell the logic very soon, but let me first explain the steps. Let me discount this at present value of 12% because you are paying something. This is what you are paying, but if somebody else apart from you had to pay interest like this, they would have paid it 12%. So the benefit or the overall interest that you should have paid is 12%. That means your discount rate is going to be 12%. Let me discount each of this at 12%. We will save some time, that is given below. Okay, can you see here 2 lakh 50, 2 lakh 50, 2 lakh 50, 2 lakh 50, 2 lakh 50 and 50. We have clubbed into 50 lakh 50. Discounting factor at 12%, 0.893. You know how to compute 1 divided by. How do you find that? Everybody knows that 1 divided by 1.12, you are getting 0.893. Are you following? You do equal to, you will find present value 37,38,328. I will explain the logic guys, hold on. By now you should not be understanding anything except what I am doing. Even why I am doing you are not understanding, it's okay. Fine. So now we get 37,38,000 as the present value of the loan. So what do you, so how much we are getting? 37,38,328. We will do one more sum, don't worry. We have one more sum in the same question, different numbers which you will practice. So 37,38,328 is the present value. Okay, that means follow carefully. So if I 50 lakhs is the value of the loan and the present value of this loan in today's terms. See, at 5% if you pay it is 60 lakh 50, but at 12% when I discount it comes to 37,38,328, whatever number that is there. Okay, now forget the above dabba, guys. When you get the loan, end of the sum only you will get the full understanding. So hold on till then. You are getting the loan, amount is bank account debit 50 lakhs. In this loan, what is the benefit I am getting? I want to account it today itself. Now I found out that present value of loan, normally what I will write, bank account debit to bank loan 50 lakhs and close the entry. But here my liability is not 50 lakhs, sir. I am trying to find a liability which is the true liability. If my interest rate was 12%, if my interest was 12%, what should have been my principal? I will do bank account debit 50 lakhs. If my interest was 12%, it will be 37,38,328. Therefore, the difference, I will prove it to you, you will not understand, you are not supposed to understand over here until sum is over. So, difference is how much? This you can use calci guys, how much? 12 lakh. Quickly. 1261, 672. Let's check 1261, 672. Yes, this will be your deferred grant account. Let me explain guys, follow carefully. Now what I am doing, this is going to be the loan liability for me if the interest is 12%. If the interest is 12%. Sir, I am not able to understand, sir. Good. Let us try to check the validity of this. Okay. If the loan is recognized in my book set 37,38,328, discounted present value at 12%, and first this is the value if you are paying interest at 12%. So if you are paying interest at 12%, what will be the interest? 4,48,600. I am not doing the sum, I am trying to teach logic in this sum. Next sum we will do. Follow. So if the loan is 37,38,328, you will pay 4,48,600. But what is the amount you actually paid? 2,50,000. That means, look at this, 37,38,328. My liability will increase by 4,48,600. But I actually paid how much? 2,50,000. So closing balance will be 39,36,928. Like this, if I keep repeating every year, in the last year, this balance will become 52,50,000. Sir, I am not understanding. This is the point where you are going to understand. That point only is missing in the study mat. Okay. Can you total all of this? Total column B interest. This step you will understand, guys. You will teach me after this. They missed it. Study mat printing issue or whatever, they missed it. Can you total the whole interest? Can you total the whole interest? How much are you getting? How much? 20? 25,11,672. Okay. This total is missing. This only is the actual logic. Okay. Now follow. If I took the loan at which loan? I am going to now repeat. Now this is the main key point, guys. This is, if 50 lakhs loan, instead of taking at 5%, if I actually took at 12%, the present value of 5% discounted at 12% only comes to 37,38,328. So what is 37,38,328? The meaning is, if this loan, this 50 lakhs at 5%, if it was discounted at 12%, this is the value. Okay. So if this is the value, we are discounting at 12% means, what is going to be the interest every year? I computed the interest is going to be every year. This is the amount we computed over here. So total interest is 25,11,672. But what is the interest I actually paid? 2,50,000 into 5. How much is that? 12,50,000. Now can you minus 25,11,672 minus 12,50,000? 12,61,672. Now that means, can I say in terms of present value, 25 lakh 11,672 is what you are supposed to pay at 12%. But what you paid is only 5%. So what you paid is this. What you are supposed to pay is this. So the excess is grant. The savings. Are you getting it? Sir, then in the money paniriklame sir. 50 lakhs into 12% minus 5%, it will get over. No sir. Why all this? No. Because 5% is on 50 lakhs. But 12% is not on 50 lakhs. 12% is on the present value of the loan, which is 37,38,000. Are you getting it, guys? Are you getting it? Because 12% is not on 50 lakhs. Hello, I have not taken, look at this. I am not taking here loan 50 lakhs at 12%. I am taking loan of 50 lakhs at 5% and I am trying to compute if I take at 12% the same loan, what will be the present value then? Then that the present value will be 37,38,000. So 12% will be on 37,38,000, 5% will be on 50 lakhs. Now I am computing for the same numbers. Look at this, 37,38 lakh, this should be my interest, but I paid only this much. So my closing liability is 3936. Next year opening is 3936, which is not yet paid. Outstanding liability. That liability will increase by 12% again. What I am supposed to pay. But again what I am paying is only 2,50,000. Therefore liability will again increase. Liability keeps increasing from 37,38 and it reaches 5250 just to prove that my numbers are correct. That means in main exam if MCQ comes, this entire table is not needed, correct? All I have to do is find the present value of the loan. Sir, in exam what is the steps, sir? Okay, I understood logic. What is the steps? Step number 1 is what? Find present value of interest payment and principal at market rate of interest. Correct? Correct. What is step number 2? Loan amount minus step 1 amount. This is equal to deferred grant. That's it. Finish the sum, check the MCQ and go to next sum. That first table is to prove the whole thing. Are you following, guys? Understanding? Sir, I want to see notes, sir, for this. Look at this. Just give me another 5 minutes. I will take up all your doubts. I am sure you will have doubts. It's absolutely, you are supposed to have doubts, sir. Come back. First our concept notes. Okay. Loan at concessional value. What are the steps I gave? Look at this. First, sir, I watched the video, sir. 6 months, 1 year after that my exam is there. I can't have time to watch the video again. How can I understand with the notes itself? Find the fair value of the loan. Financial liability. That means it's my loan liability, guys. At the present value of future cash flows using market rate of similar loans as discounting. Grant concessional interest is equal to loan process minus fair value of loan. Sum is over. Step 3. Grant should be accounted based on the nature of the loan. For what purpose it's given. Whether you take it to P&L or whatever based on nature of loan. That's it. Understood, guys? Sir, I still want more explanation. That's why I brought in the intelligent explanation for this concept, because little detail. Look at this. Breakdown. Sir, self-study I'm going to do, sir. Day before exam I don't want to be confused. How do I do it? Simple. Loan at with concept, guys. What is the concept? Loan at below market interest rate. Look at this. Where a company receives loan with an interest rate lower than the market rate, it has received a financial benefit or a government assistance. Correct? Second, 2 components to consider. The loan itself, which is my principal. Correct? The benefit from the lower interest rate, essentially grant. So in our question, if you look at this, the entry was bank account debit 50 lakhs, to liability some 30, how much? 37 something, and to deferred grant some 12 something. Correct? So liability and deferred grant. Initial recognition under IND AS 109. The loan is treated as a financial liability and must be recognized at fair value. So why are we doing all this around the headache? Because of IND AS 109, which says you should not recognize the loan in the books at 50 lakhs. Because you got a benefit, recognize it its true value, which is 37 lakhs, therefore discounted at 12%. Are you getting it? So that recognize its fair value. This whole point is fair value computation. This fair value is the present value of loans future cash flows discounted using market interest rate, not the lower concessional rate. The difference between fair value and the loan is treated as government grant. Are you following, guys? Measurement of benefit. The benefit from the below market interest rate is difference between amount of money received and fair value of the discounted value. Are you following, guys? Clear? Subsequent accounting, if you see, the loan is accounted under IND AS 109. Interest will be accrued in market over the loan life. Benefit is under IND AS 20. Clear? Still I am not understanding, sir. I want more explanation. I gave an example also. Intelligent explanation for self-study. Let's take a scenario, simple loan. In our example, it was 12 and 5%. Here it is 3 and 8. Instead of 50 lakhs, here it is 10 lakhs. Matures in 5 years. Same thing. Okay. Quickly, if you have to compute this now for exam, how you will compute this, sir? You will find the present value of interest payment, which is 10 lakhs into 3%. How much? 30,000. I have to find the present value at what interest rate? 8%. That only they have done here. Look at this. 30,000 is the interest, but I will find 30,000 at present value. Look at this. 30,000 for 5 years at 8%, and again principal also 10 lakhs at the end of 5 years at 8%. That means it will be like this. 30,000 into 8% present value for how many years? 5 years, plus 10 lakhs into 8% for 5th year annuity factor. You will find the present value is how much you are getting, guys? Some 8 lakhs 790, and the loan amount is 10 lakhs. So 10 lakh minus 8 lakh 790, 1 lakh 910 is the amount of grant. Are you guys following? Understanding, guys? Okay. Any doubts so far? I am not going to leave you here. We are going to do a sum. In fact, now you are going to do a sum. We have in test your knowledge, ICA study matter. Question number 2 is again the same question, but now you have understood the concept and seen me solve a sum. You are going to solve this sum. Okay, now itself recording, don't quit. But before that, anybody has any doubts in this concept in any of the steps? Anyone? Yes, Bhargavi, I don't think you understood. Okay, fine. Let's do the sum and then you ask the doubts. So question number 2, I want you guys to try, including recording students. Try it out now. You don't do the whole dabba. I want to find out how much is the grant, how much will be my financial liability. Recording students, if you think you know, no. You just saw what is happening. You are seeing someone drive. Until you drive, you are not going to learn. So you are going to solve this sum and understand conceptually. Concept is important, guys. I will summarize in the end. Keep solving, guys. You can find the answer in a minute. Computation we will do. Recording students, I want you to solve in the class. I am here with you. All this I am including in the part of our duration. I can end the class here, ask you to solve. I will do it after this, but please do it. Try it out once. Try it out, try it out. If you get the answer, at least it's fine. Concept I will again explain. Little bit of financial instruments without teaching that standard. I know it's not fair to do this, but it's basic. We had to go to financial instruments. There, idoda பயங்கரமா இருக்கும். I think same numbers, instead of 50 lakhs, he gave 1 crore. Interest also same 5 and 12. Finished, Swati, finished? Huh? Finished. I want the entry this entry, give me the answers guys, including recording students. Bank account debit to financial liability account to deferred grant account. Financial liability is nothing but my loan principal amount. This entry I want the amount. I will fill the first one, 1 crore bank account debit. You will do the rest. Fast. If you are done with the answer, put your hand up. Recording, I will tell you if somebody finished here. You are going to be behind them. Come on guys, we are going to build a competition in our class. All the recording fellows, start doing it. Don't look at my face. Here, how many of you finished? Put the hand up. Finished. Yes, keep the hand up. Yes, Shiva has finished it. Recording fellows, one student has finished here. You are writing exam with lakhs of students in India. Come on, I will put pressure on you guys. Exam is all about not avoiding pressure. It's about handling pressure. You cannot avoid pressure guys. You should know how to handle it. Come on, I will keep putting pressure. Recording fellows. 2 students are finished in our class here. What are you doing? If you are done, put your hand up. Good. I will put pressure. Janani finished. Finished. Rule, if somebody finished in the class, if they have not raised the hand, neighbor will strike that note. Finished. Bhargavi finished. Janani finished. Kaushik finished. 5 of them have finished in the class. Good job. Okay. Let me discuss quickly. Simple guys. What is the interest rate? 5%. Now again let me tell the logic. Simple. What is 1 crore into 5%? 5 lakhs. That means year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Each year I am going to pay 5 lakhs. And again year 5 you will additionally pay 1 crore. I will again tell the logic here guys. Follow. This is what I am going to pay. The standard IND AS 109, not grand standard. It says, see, account everything at fair value. Even though you are paying 5 lakhs interest on 1 crore, in your books it is 5%. But in reality, it is a 12% loan you are getting for 5%. So you do present value at 12% to find the present value, which is nothing but the fair value of loan. Are you getting it guys? Fair value of the loan. Meaning, if the loan was taken for 12% with these numbers, what would have been the principal? How much are you getting? That's what would have been done here. Look at this, not the first table. 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 and 1 crore, discounted at 12%. If just multiplication, CA inter FM paper guys, this you should know. You will get 74 lakh, 76,656, correct? Sorry? Okay, near approximate number you got guys. Some 20 rupees difference and all is fine. How much you are getting? 76? Oh, you did rough computation. 72,000 now. 74 lakhs, 72,000 now. Did you take discounting factor at 4? Oh, you took the whole calci number. Huh? Then it should come. No, check which one is wrong for you. Or is ICA wrong? Huh? Just check. 5 lakhs into 0.893. This only should come, no? 4 lakh? Oh, if it comes to 4 lakh 46,500, let me check. Into 0.893. Yes, you are right. 4 lakh 46,500. ICA answer is wrong, guys. Leave it. Rounding of errors are fine. Okay. So you are getting how much? 76 lakh, 74 lakh, 76,000. Therefore, grant will be how much? 25 lakh, 23,000. Then here 400 you got. 74, 76, 400. Correct, Shiva? 25, 23, 600. Around this plus or minus 1,000 rupees is fine, guys. Are you understanding? Hello? When I saw the All India Rank 1 paper, this is one biggest issue. Sir, what sir? My answer is different, study mat is different, rounding off, how they will know. What that fellow wrote, he wrote this answer and in bracket he wrote approx subject to rounding off. He wrote in All India Rank 1 paper, I saw this. That's it. These are small things. Okay, examiner is like, fine, this guy understands, it's rounding off. Clear? Okay. Now how do I know this is the correct value of loan? Look at this. The next dabba only says, hey, if I took the loan at 74 lakhs 76,656 and if I am paying interest at 12%, I am supposed to pay 12%, but you are paying only 5 lakhs, and if I keep capitalizing this for all years, it will end up with how much? 1 crore 5, what you would have paid as cash flow overall. Are you following, guys? That means this is the present value. We are compounding it into the future. It's becoming 1 crore 5 lakhs. Are you understanding? Understood the logic, all of you? Sure, 100%. Bhargavi, now are you clear? With this, we will close IND AS 20. We are done with IND AS 20 fully. I told 5-step approach. First to why the standard is done, concept is done, the structure is done, concept is done, sums are done. Again, end summary I will do after I finish the last sum of test your knowledge. We are still yet to do some more sums, guys. But if you just quickly want to see once, in just 1 minute, if you see, what is the standard all about, guys? What is government? Yes? No. This grant is government grant is classified. Government benefits is government grant and government assistance. Then within grant, when to account, you have some conditions for accounting, and what is not a government grant. Within government grant, we have asset grant and income grant. Income go 2 ways to account. Asset itself, there are 2 types of grant, monetary and non-monetary. That we saw monetary how to account, non-monetary how to account. Then some other grants we saw some miscellaneous concepts and loan at concessional. Then we saw refund and other key points. That's it. With this, we will close IND AS 20. Anybody has any doubts before I close the class? Hello? Fine, okay. That's it. With this, we will close IND AS 20. Thank you, guys.